sexy time, gay time, with my penis in your butt. Sexy time, wearing time, sexy time, gay time, sexy time, gay time.
You need meth in a time like this.
There it is. What's going on?
I'm hyped.
Hyped?
Ready for some straight sex with gay dudes. Some woo.
What a song.
What a song. What a week. We launched our first episode that just so happened to be about straight sex with gay dudes. And then our guest this week just so happened to write a song about straight sex with gay dudes.
I'm so still lost that is a thing.
It is a thing. First podcast launched, you know that. I think everyone that's listening today probably knows that, right? But we learned way more about straight sex with gay dudes than I thought. And there's more to come.
Yeah, they no pun intended.
No.
There's more come.
Yeah, there is.
So it turns out that we didn't give you all that happened that podcast. Like there's what, another whole episode's worth?
Yeah, at least a whole episode's worth.
Oh,
we
boy.
did not give them all of Mark in the first round.
I don't know that they can handle all of Mark.
I don't think Mark thinks they can handle all of Mark in the first round.
I don't think I can. I couldn't.
I couldn't either.
It was a lot.
It
It was
w-
good
oh.
in a good way. I couldn't handle it in a good way. It was oh boy. Wow.
I know you and I were talking about it last night. Like, everybody loves Mark. That was the biggest thing. Like, my mom loves Mark. I love Mark now more.
What's not to like though? I mean, the guy's got a great personality.
Exactly.
Not afraid to say what's on his mind. Just rolls and is honest and just great personality.
Yeah. And like, as I've listened to our podcast, the first episode, about 8-9 times at this point, one thing, his stories, were they a little raunchy? Absolutely. But I never felt like Mark was out there just trying to be out there or just over the top for the sake of. I'm like, that's really this guy's life.
What a life.
Yeah.
It's a. If you haven't listened to it, you got to listen to know what we're talking about. Like, oh man.
Easiest place, ureinpodcast.com. All our links are there. Go check it out. And, this week, our guest, what a life. I haven't told you much about our guest this week very purposefully.
I feel like I'm in the dark on a lot of things.
Yeah, this one, it's going to be a lot, guys. It's going to be a lot. I'm calling this episode Big Trouble Little China. It's about as ridiculous as that movie. Ryan's never seen it because I'm about 20 years older than him.
So to put this into preface, normally we have like a little bit of like a guidance to go by for like a step-by-step, like a, kind of just like some couple of highlights we want to hit on during the podcast tonight, right?
Yep.
Yeah, this is so out there that I have to go by like a standby script. Otherwise, all hell's going to break loose and we don't know what's going to happen. So I'm nervous as all hell. I'm going to be honest. I have no idea who this is or what we're getting into, and I'm excited.
It's as I shared with you, and I think it's in our notes, the most unpredictable person I know in my life. Also, one of my closest friends. So we might be okay. We'll see. We'll see. But I know Mark's going to be joining us here about 8 minutes.
Mark or James?
Or James. Yes,
James.
thank you.
James.
Let's take that one over. James is going to be joining us here in about 8 minutes. Before we get into James,
Look,
though,
even Philip loves Mark. He can't get enough of Mark.
I can't
He
get
wants
enough
Mark
of you,
back.
Mark. Mark, if you're out there, I love you. Yep, I'm gonna move on. So let's talk about some crazy before we talk about James's crazy.
There's more crazy other than
There
what
is.
we're the crazy we're about to get. I mean, you hyped up this later crazy. What could be crazy?
Well, it's not crazier.
Okay,
I
okay.
don't want anyone to get the wrong idea. Not crazier than James. But what I found crazy was that video I showed you before our stream, and we'll link it here in the chat. We can, or not in the chat, sorry. So we're gonna go ahead and link it in the description. But this week, a man in Detroit, I picked this article, comes from the state of Michigan. We learned last night, one of our
Michigan.
one of our fans, Toe, shout out to you, my man, from Michigan. So this one's for you.
Yeah.
Right? So Ryan, we both work retail. You've interacted with people, their credit card gets declined, right?
I feel like I dealt with that more than my customers do personally, but yeah.
Okay. So
What can I say?
if this is your get rich quick scheme, your card's going to continue to get declined.
Yeah, I've noticed. It's
But-
been a rough week.
You're at the gas station, you're buying yourself a pack of cigarettes, card gets declined. What do you do? Like, what would your reaction be?
I hope that they didn't say it loud enough for everybody to hear, and I quickly run out the door with my tail tucked between my legs, and I never go back.
Yeah. I think that's one of two normal reactions, right? You either run or you just you fight, like that's going to magically make money appear in your bank account. But this guy in Detroit thought the right thing to do would be to threaten the clerk that he was going to do the Macarena.
Oh, okay.
And then instead of doing the Macarena, he decided to whip his pee-pee out and go ahead and piss all over the snacks.
Oh?
So you know those racks they have in the gas station with chips?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. He just decided to take a piss on that.
Over all of them.
All of them.
What?
And then step 3 to this master plan, steal the chips you just pissed on.
No shot.
Nope. Like, not the ones in the rack next to him that are clean. Let me grab the pee-pee chips.
So what kind of flex is that if you're pissing on the chips that you're stealing for yourself? Like, isn't the whole point to like, fuck you, so I'm gonna piss on the shit that is not for me, and then take the good stuff, leaving them in a. I don't understand the logic there.
Like, he marked his territory, and then
took the
his
territory with
with
me.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes no sense. And then, he gets out into his car, cherry on top. I think he's like, man, I need one more step here. Decides to moon the cashier.
Oh, Randy Moss.
Because we're 13 now. Yeah, Randy Moss. But then what I like
Too bad it wasn't
in the
Minnesota.
video has, the little sensor pixelated blur, but you could clearly see him reach behind and grab his cheeks. So I'm imagining he not only mooned him, but like spread his cheeks.
Like there were some turds popping and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm just imagining like what this poor cashier is seeing, and we get the guys that they're interviewing. One guy, that's my favorite gas station. I'm never gonna be able to buy chips again.
Oh no, for at least
Oh,
2
yeah, or
weeks.
for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks.
Yeah,
What's the 2 week stipulation? Is that when like urine just naturally just goes away?
kind of like the 5-second rule, but for
urine, it's 2 weeks. I've never heard that. If somebody can fact check this, please.
Yeah.
I'm curious. WebMD.
Yeah, I don't know. And then you had that one guy. At least to me, he looked like a frail little preacher guy. And shame on you, son, for pissing on the chips.
Yeah, there's
Like-
always the preacher.
Like I'm pretty sure the guy feels zero shame.
That sounds pretty accurate.
So that was fun. The other thing that blew my mind, and as you know, we live in
I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt, but
Yeah.
this just reminded me of the drive here.
Oh, okay.
So it's not as good as that. I walked
Did
in
you piss?
No, there was. So I walked in this gas station on my way here, and I had to grab beer. Obviously,
Yep.
I can't do this sober. And I mean, we can, but Anyway, so I walk in the gas station. I'm sitting there looking at the beer options, and I hear,
Yeah.
"I brought the beer in with me. Can I leave with it?" And I was like, "What? What the fuck is going on? Who brings beer into a gas station? So
Open or closed beer? Like, sorry to interrupt.
It was an entire 12-pack of bottles, Heineken.
That he's claiming he brought in with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why, but he walked into a gas station with an entire 12-pack of beer. I didn't see this. I just heard them arguing with each other. He's arguing with the cashier. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I quick run and grab my case of beer, and I go to stand in line. I'm just sitting here like, what's happening? He's like, I brought the beer in. You saw me bring the beer in, right? Can I leave it, or do I have to leave it here? And the cashier's just looking at him like, what the fuck is the issue here, man? And I'm like, what is going on? And the cashier looks at him. He's like, go. And the guy's like, can I bring the beer out, or do I have to leave it here, or are you going to charge me for it? And the guy's like, well, leave with it. And the guy's still confused. He's like, do I leave with the beer, or do I have to pay for it?
So do you think he's confused, though, because he didn't actually bring the beer in with him? He's trying to steal it?
And he's just so appalled that the guy doesn't give a shit?
Yeah.
I don't know. And the cashier just looked at me laughing. He's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I don't know, man. Just get him the fuck out. I got to go, man. I'm running late.
Did you get free beer, too?
No, he actually carded me, too.
For real?
Yeah, he carded me and made me pay for my beer after letting that guy walk out with his beer.
You should have done the same thing.
I walked in with this. Didn't you see me walk in with a case of beer?
And then when you don't get your way, you now know, pee on chips, steal said chips, moon the cashier, spread your cheeks. It's the adult responsible way, kids.
It just blows my mind, man. I couldn't believe it. And I was like, what the?
And if kids are listening, you really should stop. You really stop listening right now, children, because we're getting ready to call James here. James is barely fit for adult consumption, let alone children. So if you are sensitive to bad language, if you're sensitive to James, if you're sensitive to stupidity, it's probably not for you. But if you enjoy those things...
Hell, I think we already crossed some of those. Maybe not to the extent James
Not that-
will, but yeah.
But if you're excited for the unknown, take this trip with us. It's going to be fun.
You mean let's see. Is he here? All right, so we're working on getting James on the line now. Oh, there we go. He's here. All right, we're reaching out to him now. Let's see what happens. You talking about you really a girl?
What? The fuck you mean bad language?
Here, unmute yourself. I think he's here.
Yo,
Hello,
what up?
James?
James.
How's it going?
Oh, let me.
Give us a second. We have
No,
you muted.
It's not.
There we go. Some technical difficulties. Bear with us.
We're working on it. You know, we tested this all earlier and it worked. What the?
Mic check. 1, 2, mic check. Yo, yo, yo.
Hey, James, can you hear us now?
I hear you.
Nope.
We see. It looks like you can hear us, but we can't hear you.
Hold on. Let's see here.
Let's try.
Yo, yo, yo. How about now? Does
Now
this
let's give
work?
that a shot, James.
All right.
So it looks like everybody can hear James but us.
Oh, people hear me? Oh, great. This is good enough. I could just take over the show. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the James Show. It's good to be here. Today, we're going to be talking about knitting. And everybody just go ahead and say your favorite thing to knit. My thing is dildos. I like to knit dildos.
I don't know, but and I know you can hear me, James, and everyone else can, but I warned Ryan beforehand too. I'm like, you are the most unpredictable guy I know. And so I have no clue what you're saying, and it makes me nervous as hell. Knitting dildos is what's coming. Okay.
Yeah. And
sure,
also, everybody, could you please let them know that
No.
we're changing the name of the
Turn on that
show.
USB setting, right?
Yep.
This is James's super happy, awesome, mega fun time dildo hour, and that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be talking about dildos nonstop. all the time.
Just a random rim shot. That doesn't help us, but all right.
No one hit the record button.
Oh, smooth. Oh,
Are they not recording?
oh, here we
no,
go.
we got
How
you.
did Windows randomly mute?
Wait, you guys hear me now?
We
I
can hear you.
Oh, this is great.
Oh,
Okay.
Somehow Windows muted its own audio?
James, it's our first. Yeah, we're rookies.
Yeah, like you would expect that, sometimes to happen in life.
It does.
Buttons get clicked, electronic things do things. Who's to say what happens?
I mean, what I never expected to happen though
Yes.
is to be interviewing you on a podcast. Especially 10
weird.
years after I met you. I expect you to be dead, quite frankly. And
Yeah.
and for everyone out there that doesn't know James, I've known James for about 10 years or so. Or actually, we went to high school together.
Yeah,
I don't remember him, but he remembers me vividly.
way
And
way longer than 10 years.
yeah, way
I mean,
longer.
I've been gone for 10 years.
And yeah, you we both lost
About.
our job. I made a crazy decision to move to Nebraska, and you made the crazier decision to just up and move to Asia.
Yeah. Well, these
And
things happen. Sometimes you just got to flip the script.
sometimes. But you always
Yeah.
told me, one thing I remember about you, you always told me when we were eating lunch, you're like, I'm not going to live past 30. You were so hell bent because you're the craziest guy I know. And I remember you letting people tase you outside of work, and you pretty much have always stuck your dick inside of anything with a hole. So between tasers and AIDS, I expected you to be dead by now.
Well, there's a lot to unpack here. At that time, dude, that was a while ago, and at that time, 3, that seemed like, for all intents and purposes, 90 years old.
Yeah.
But
It's
the
just
AIDS
crazy.
thing, I have been dubbed Teflon Don because nothing sticks to me.
I know you wrap it up with crazy girls, but you also don't wrap it up. So
Yeah, no, you just kind of feel it out. You know what I mean? You just take a mental inventory of what's going on, who's likely to have what, and then it just works out
it was like
until it doesn't. Until it doesn't.
So, folks,
But yeah, so far pretty clean though. I've been going to my same dick doc for a long time. Every 6 months I go, I get tested, and then You know, he looks as surprised as I am. So
So, guys, that is James in a nutshell. Ryan,
you know,
I know him very well. You've met him. You just don't remember. This is also the one that you threw a temper tantrum with and kicked out of our Discord one night.
Oh yeah, I was in the middle of something, and I was like, man, I don't got time for this.
But I'm sure you have questions for James, right? I know him intimately. Like, and I've told you a little bit about him.
Yeah,
You can ask him about the body count.
Teach
Go
me
for
your
it.
teach me your way, senpai. I hear your body count is exponentially higher than anybody I've ever met. You're the real life Barney Stinson. Teach me, please. I'm gonna call you senpai. If that's cool.
you know, basically, the word or phrase body count kind of came about while I was out of the States.
Ah,
Okay.
And when I first heard that, you know what? As a person, I don't want to say the number, but whatever number you're thinking, add a 0 or 2 to it. Because
oh,
if I say the number,
there are already a lot of
it
zeros.
sounds like I'm bragging, and I am. But the word body count, man, really, I was like, damn, that's kind of gross.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like as a person that has just, I mean, I've done horrible things, just weird shit, and a lot of it. I
So,
prefer to call it
go-
close friend count.
close friend count.
Yeah, I was gonna ask
Oh,
you what you preferred, and you answer it for me right out of the gate. Okay.
yeah, basically, and this is just a little tip for anybody. This goes for anything, not just for finding people to stick your wiener in. People just want to be understood and listened to and treated like a human being. And I know you might think like, oh, this dude's banged out tons of chicks and a few dudes. Maybe he doesn't respect women. No, I totally do. Utmost respect for
Yeah.
ladies out there. Ladies just want to be treated fairly and nicely, and that's all I do.
And like I've
So-
got to give you credit because you are very upfront too. You're not playing games with ladies. Hey, I'm just looking to put my penis inside of something. Like you're not trying to lead them along too.
I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm a saint. Come on,
You are a
man.
saint, James.
Don't,
Saint James.
Don't paint me like that. But
I think Mama
yeah,
James named you after Saint James, right?
oh, that's true. I am a saint.
You are a saint.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I'll try that on. I'll wear that. Okay.
So what Ryan wants to know: 3 digits or 4 digits?
4 for sure. Yeah.
Jesus, I don't think I've even
Yeah.
jerked off 4 digits worth in my lifetime.
For sure. Oh, dude, let me tell you, dude, the skin on my penis has got so many miles or kilometers, depending on where you are. It's got so many miles on it, dude. This shit's probably ready to fall the fuck off. And some of that's probably just self-inflicted. I mean, I pound my shit all the time. So
Yeah.
Uh,
And then I'm over here. I'm like, dude, I've got at least 5 digits.
I
on
don't know
jerking
that
off.
even-
On jerking off. Let me clarify that.
you know, for
right,
his-
it's like,
Yeah.
what's your body count? It's like, is masturbation included in that? Like, can I include my own body?
But it sounds. Sorry, we were talking over you. Go ahead, Ryan.
No, I'm just trying to figure out how he's probably better off than Charlie Sheen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what's he's got all that money and shit, and he caught AIDS, right? Didn't he get AIDS? That was the thing, right? And
He does. He has HIV.
Yeah.
yeah, he got that. Yeah, I don't know how the fuck I didn't get that because he's probably banging some like high class strippers and
like-
and prostitutes. I remember one time, dude, I banged out. Can I?
Yeah.
I
Go
don't
for it.
know.
Go for it.
Can
I don't
say
know where
this?
we're going, but go for it.
All right, there's this one time I banged out this lady of the night, and just to let you know how not classy this situation was, she took a piss in a trash can right after. Just squatted right over that thing. And then my friend went, yeah, okay.
Whoa.
I just don't know. Like, I don't know
No, no,
how
go for
much
it.
I could get into this.
Oh, go for it.
I'm going along for the ride here.
I am
That was it.
demanding more.
It was just a lady. She was a lovely, not young lady,
Okay.
and she
But
urinated it into a trash receptacle after we
so
fornicated.
when I hear you telling the story and you say trash receptacle, so I'm envisioning you in like some dark alley, like in Batman, banging out this lady of the night, and then she like pisses in a trash dumpster.
No,
Can you
no,
describe the scene?
it was like a waste paper basket that you would see like at an office that has like, like if it didn't have a bag in it, the urine would just fall out because it's like, like a
Oh, like a yeah.
Oh,
like a
okay.
sturdy mesh material, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? But there's a bag in it. It was just like a shopping bag. I remember it vividly because I remember the sound of the urine hitting the bag.
Did she change the bag?
No, no, and
I didn't.
she'd done it before. The
Yep.
way that she hovered over this thing just screamed experience. Like I've been here before.
So,
I've done this. This is my signature move.
but let's be real.
Yes.
You've done this before too. So, what was that signature move that you flexed on her after she flexed on you?
Oh, I urinated in the trash can too.
Okay.
Okay.
There it is.
Okay.
There it is.
Yeah.
So,
Well, no, I had asked her. I was like, "Oh, is that cool?" So I just did it. You gotta own the situation, you know.
So where were you guys? Like, were you in an office, in a home?
We were in like
Like, is there something similar in the States that you could describe it
basically
as?
here's what it's like. Imagine, okay, in Asia, and this is all over the place.
Yep.
There there's karaoke, but it's sectioned off into like private little rooms, and
Okay.
you can sing in the room and drink beers, and some places
Yeah.
are
I've seen
pretty
like that in
dodgy and some
movies.
aren't. Right. And so like a lot of them like you could bring your family to, like it's nothing sketchy. And one time my buddy and I, we were in one, and uh we just kind of were drunk and wandered in off the streets, and we got in there and we saw that the karaoke machine was from like fucking 1970,
Okay.
and really the karaoke was not the main event at this place because the machines were so old. But we
But it
just
also
started
sounds
singing
like the
these.
Lady of the Night was born the same year that machine was manufactured.
It could have been,
Mm.
and there's a lot of wood on it. Like it was it was basically a karaoke machine equivalent of a wood panel station wagon.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
And
Interesting.
I don't know, she just wandered in, and I call her a lady of the night, but
Did you
there
pay her?
wasn't like an exchange of, you know what I mean? Like it just kind of, she just came in and started pouring us drinks, and then the next thing you know, she's pissing in a trash can. I don't know. I don't really know what happened.
I slipped.
I
I
don't really
fell.
know.
Found
Uh,
myself
Yeah,
inside of her.
it was a strange situation. I didn't fully understand it, but like we bolted after that. But
So
what are you gonna do?
I would imagine then just when you first moved to Asia that like I would just imagine it was very strange.
Like culture shock wise, or
Yeah, like what was that like just going there
no, when I
10
first
years
came
ago?
here, I hated it. It was terrible.
Okay.
Eh,
Like
there's a lot
the
going on. There's a
weather.
lot. No, it's like Florida.
Okay.
Humid.
Humid as shit.
Got it.
Yeah, yep. And but it's just there's a lot to take in. There's a lot to see. There's a lot to hear. There's a lot of people.
Okay.
Even in the countryside, you'll find a lot of people depending on which country you're in. And I moved around. I lived in a few different countries, and
Yeah.
um I think like the one thing that I liked though was how safe it is. There's a lot of like the people are I don't know, they just
So
feel slightly less desperate, I guess is one way I could describe it. Like in the States, don't get me wrong, love America. Uh,
Merca.
I drink Budweiser beer sometimes just to remind my stomach that I'm an American.
Mm.
It's
Yeah.
it's good, but sometimes though, like there's a desperation in people's eyes that you could see sometimes, and it's kind of scary, and it drives people to do things that aren't good. But
Right.
over you got
In the continent.
you got bad people everywhere, but y- I don't know, man. I've had 0 people pull a gun on me, which has happened in the States.
Yeah.
I've had 0 people. Oh no, that's wrong. I've had like maybe 1 person try something, but like in the States, if you're walking around in the big city quite often, like you're gonna have potential for confrontation happen
Dude,
a lot.
the mall in the town we grew up in, like people pull guns out all the time there.
Right.
I'm like, I don't have enough fingers to count the amount of times I've seen guns.
I think the main thing is like you don't need to have your guard up a lot of the time here,
Right.
and that was a nice change, I suppose.
Makes sense.
But yeah, it's nice, and things are less expensive. You don't have to
Yeah.
work as hard. That's pretty nice.
I mean, if I found myself in a dodgy karaoke bar, which I have with you, and like, but then all of a sudden the lady pouring my beer is on my dick, I would actually be afraid for my life in the States.
Yeah, she kept saying we're nice boys. Where you guys are nice boys. You guys are nice boys. I don't
Like,
know, dude. And then like
you
her
tell the
boob
story
comes
so
out.
calmly, though. Like, oh yeah, hey, we were just singing. Here we go.
Yeah, you guys are such nice boys. You guys, such nice boys, and their tits come out.
Now,
And they were
like
gross.
Ryan, imagine
They
you
were
find yourself in that
gross.
same, like, you're in your local karaoke bar, and you find yourself slipped, fell straight into a old lady's vagina that then pisses in a wastebasket. You're probably afraid, right?
I mean, that'd be my most tame story with piss, so I'd be okay with it actually.
We
Yeah.
were probably supposed to pay for that after we got the
You
fuck
did
out of there.
such a good
We
job.
left. We left. No, like she disappeared, and like there was a bunch of talking out in the hall, and the talking got further away. And I looked at him and I was like, dude, we need to get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like if you
Yeah.
do something and you don't ask the price first and you ask the price after, that shit just doubled if you're lucky.
Oh, it's a.
So
Yeah.
I guess I've never
yes,
been with a prostitute, so
I don't know.
I don't even know
I
how
don't
that
know.
works.
But that's like anything though. If you don't agree on a
Right.
price beforehand and then it's after
Yeah.
services are rendered, I mean, name your price.
Yeah.
So like that's maybe that wouldn't have happened. I don't know. I'm just assuming the worst.
But you guys are saying like it's like everything. Like I could agree to $200 and she could raise her price after.
Well, no, if you already
but
agreed on
at
a
least
price,
then
then you don't have that bargaining chip.
you've got the the moral high ground.
Yeah,
that
but
point.
in the States they have the guns.
And you do too. So it's even. It's a moot point.
I forgot to bring my pistol to the hooker's place.
Oh,
That's when you
amateur.
cut your arm and run at them and yell, "I have AIDS," and then it's
Oh.
fine.
I'm learning a little
It's
bit
fine.
more about you.
It's fine.
Damn. Okay. All right. I like it.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been doing this podcast?
Wait, we asked the questions here.
Yeah.
What made you guys wake up and say, you know what? I want to make a podcast about erectile dysfunction.
So it's something I've struggled with for a long time, right? Like
Wait, erectile
it's
dysfunction.
serious. I don't appreciate the jokes, guys. So it's something.
It happens.
I could feel
the
myself
best of
tearing up
us.
a little bit. Actually, I was about 4 when I first noticed my inability to get an erection.
Actually, guys,
And-
that's where I want to bring in today's sponsors is Blue Chew tablets. You guys just go ahead and buy that and put in promo code Phil is awesome, and you'll get some for free.
Oh my.
man. So this upcoming Sunday, we're
Oh my
doing a
God.
walk. It's called March for Boners, and I'd
That's actually
appreciate your
pretty cool.
pledges.
Do they march for boners? I think you could have done something better for that.
I couldn't think.
Like,
I'm
that's
not
kinda cool.
James. I couldn't come up with something better. Off the
No,
top of
that's
my head.
cool.
That's
Like March
fair.
for Bonus is really good, dude.
Yeah, March for Boners. I love boners.
Yeah, no, it's cool, dude.
Yeah. So okay, so like we got the serious shit out of the way, right? What's the craziest thing? I want to hear your craziest story because I have a feeling I've never heard it.
Mm.
You know, I feel like when Phil asked me, he's like, "Hey James, do you want to be on a podcast?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude, great. What's it about?" And he's like, "I'm gonna ask you to tell some crazy stories." And I was like, "Okay, cool. You know, I probably should have gotten one ready, shouldn't I have? Shouldn't I have fucking got one ready? I
You
should have.
absolutely should have.
All right. No, like here, I'll just, basically I peeped out your other podcast
Yeah.
from that you put out like
Oh.
days ago.
Oh.
And
Thank
your
you.
topic was there was that lovely young gentleman who identifies as a whore, and
You definitely watched
um,
it.
yeah,
Shout out
and
Mark.
so
Mark the whore.
that the whole topic, and I thought that was a cool topic, and so no, there was one time, dude, I went out with this chick, and this chick was too hot, and I should have known it was not a chick. Um, because like if it's too good to be true, it is, right? And this chick
Wait,
was
what?
and this chick had a wiener. So,
Oh.
Okay.
I still did it. I still did it, but that was pretty cool. Like a lot of people think, like banging out ladyboys is a cool story. So that's a pretty cool story.
I have questions.
Yeah, no, it was neat. You know what I mean? Like, after I found out there was a wiener, I was like, are you a lady boy? And she was like, I'm a lady boy. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? But like, what are you gonna do? You fucking buy the ticket, you take the ride. You be a big boy.
So how
And
does that ride work with a lady boy? Do you
the
pitch
ride,
and
you want to
she
know the
catches?
weirdest thing?
Or-
Here's the weirdest thing, dude. Raise your hand if you've done anal before with a female. I
Yeah.
see hands.
Yeah. I mean,
Raise
what?
your hand. Raise
Yeah.
your hand if you knew if you jam it in there real fast, game over. I'm done. It hurts. Stop.
Yep.
Stop.
Yeah.
Take it out. Take it out.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter how much lube you've used.
I'm-
You've got to take your time.
Yeah.
I'm behind this human being, and I'm like easing it in. I'm just trying to ease it in. I'm being respectful to this person's anus.
They didn't give a shit.
They look back at me and they're like, just throw it in. What are you doing? I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, don't you gotta ease it in? No. No. I ain't no bitch. And I was like, hell yeah.
And that's when
And
you
then,
knew
you
you were
know.
gonna have a good time.
You ride the pony, but like,
Did you take the opportunity to get ridden?
Yeah.
oh, you saying like, did I get like,
Yeah.
like,
Did you let
crowned
this
out?
beautiful human
No,
being
no.
ride you?
no, sir.
But why do you
I ain't
say
doing
that
none of that.
like I asked a ridiculous question?
It sounds like you hit a line.
I know.
Yeah.
Listen, okay, yeah, no, let me tell you. Let me explain something to you, because I got some friends that are trans, and also like a lot of friends that are gay.
Okay.
And one thing I notice is this: a lot of trans people are not down to top people. They take the "I'm a female" thing pretty fucking serious.
Okay.
Really?
And I mean, look, in porn, you might see, whether you're searching for it or not. I know you're searching for it. I know you're curious. Some of these trans people like banging out these dudes in the butthole, right?
Yep.
In real life, that doesn't happen as much, I guess.
Because
I know about this.
they're a
for-
male that
for-
identifies as a female, so they don't want to use their dick.
Well, also
Like-
a lot of them can't, dude. Think about this, dude.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
taking fucking estrogen. Your
Oh,
dick
yeah.
straight up don't even work.
That's fair. Yeah, that's all testosterone based.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not. I know, like somebody's gonna be out there like, no, not true. I
You're gonna have that
I
one
sucked a trans
asshole.
person's dick. No, it's totally true. Like everybody's shit and situation and preferences are different. However, I'm not saying like I'm a pro at this shit, because I'm not. But my old buddy, my old best friend, he liked that shit, and he would tell me a lot.
And at the time, I was like, that shit's gay, dude. I'm out. But like later in life, I learned like if you're afraid of gay shit, that's pretty fucking gay. So like now, I'm cool with it. Like it's all you
Yeah.
talk about it, put it in my face, whatever. But
So that was a great warm up.
he told me about it, and like he was like, man, I really wish I could just be the trans and I could suck that dick real good. And but he's like, the dick don't work. And I was like, well, that just means you have to come to terms with yourself being gay and go suck some real dick.
Yeah. So
He didn't.
this
do
was a straight dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always told him, I was like, bro, you're gay. And he's like, dude, I'm not getting dug out. And I'm like, I don't know. It sounds like you're fucking tiptoeing the line there a little bit.
Just
a little
didn't want to
bit.
come out of the closet type, or like didn't want to.
Hey, look, I'll say this. A lot of chicks out here, like there's this chick from Thailand that was actually a chick. So no Thai lady boy jokes here. She said that she used to dabble with females. And I'm like, oh, so you're bi. And she's like, no, I never fingered them. I never penetrated them. They penetrated me. They're gay. I'm not. And she said it straight faced. It wasn't like one of those like fraternity situations where like, hey bro, look, man, look how my dick's in your butt. You're so gay. Haha. No, not like that. Like, I don't know. She straight faced was like, if you are penetrating, then you're a male figure. And if you're being penetrated, then you're a female figure. I got penetrated. I'm a chick.
But you say these things like they're things everyone can relate to. Like, hey, if they're hot enough, they're probably a dude, or like two frat dudes sticking dicks in butts. Like those aren't everyday
I'm not in
things
a
for most
fraternity.
people, James.
I don't know. You've been to college, haven't you?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Well, I
haven't
was
been
in
either.
a fraternity.
That got
yeah.
awkward.
Yeah.
But no, for real, that was a good
Sorry.
warm up. But
Thank you.
that's not the craziest thing you've done.
What I want to do is hit on a specific topic with you, James.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready.
So it seems like you got a story for everything, and you
might.
got my attention when you said the pee in the basket, the garbage.
Yeah,
So-
I did hear you say something about that. Like that's not crazier than your PP story.
No. I'm sure you have one crazier than mine, and I want to hear it.
No, I don't actually.
Really? I feel like
I look. I urinated on a female's face in the bathroom one time in the shower, and that was it.
in the
It was a
shower.
long time. Yeah, it was in the. It just washed off. It didn't even
Yeah.
really happen.
That doesn't even count.
I
yeah.
don't have a PP story. You sound like you're the PP pro.
No,
I'm trying to hear it.
I feel like you are, and I just want advice from
Hey.
the master.
No, I
The
actually
PP
I think Ryan
I'm
indulge
intrigued.
James. Indulge James.
I'm
Let's-
trying to hear from the PP pro the story. Regale us, sir.
Oh,
So
we're
people
supposed
in
to
the
hear from
comments,
you.
Here's
F
what,
in the chat for the PP story right now.
here's what we're gonna do, James. Ryan's gonna tell you the PP story, which will also buy you about 5 to 10 minutes to think in your head what
This is
really
a 5 to 10 minute PP
No,
story.
it's probably a 5-minute story. But,
Holy shit, you got a lot of urine, dude.
It's
I'm
got a lot of
impressed.
details.
but that
Wow.
also buys you a little bit of time because I want to hear your craziest story, and I'm not letting you
Okay.
off the hook with lady boys. Like that's great. Like everyone takes it.
Oh,
in the
I
pooper,
got it. All right,
you know?
I got a really good one.
So
I got
He's
a good
got it.
one.
Well, he's on his mind. Let's
No,
hear
no,
James.
I'm gonna hold
Nope,
it. I'm
we're
gonna hold it. PP story.
While you
gotta
start
pay.
the PP story, I'm going to go make PP.
Pay the piper with the PP story.
Damn it. All right. You guys got me. All right. So, sorry for those that have heard this repeatedly. This is the last time. It's for James. Yeah, a couple people listening here have heard this a lot. Well, one time at
Who's
band
listening?
camp- Oh, just chat.
What's up, Chad?
Chat.
Oh, there's probably somebody named Chad in there. Hey, Chad in the chat.
There's always a chat,
right.
right? All right. So anyway, this girl and I that work together, we decided to hang out one night. I should have known things were a little weird when she told me a couple things, key details. Night one, she told me that no holes were off limits.
Wait, what?
No holes.
No holes.
We're
No
off
holes? Are
limits.
we like urethra?
Like I could stuck it in or wherever I wanted. Ass mouth. Badge.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, well, that's cool. I'm down with that.
She's a classy lady.
Right. Then I should have known. Big red flag. Like later, after we had been hanging out for a little bit, she whispered in my ear and said that she is into rape.
I mean, yeah, that's cool. Like, I mean, I don't usually hear it worded that way. They'd say like, choke me, slap me, rough, make it rough, things like that.
Right.
Pretend you're gonna hurt me.
Right.
The R word I don't hear thrown around often. It
I don't
does
like
happen,
it.
but not often.
Yeah, and it's
Okay.
It's not something you want
It's
to
a
hear
little
either.
scary, isn't it? Yeah, it's a scary word. You don't really. Okay.
Yeah, so I pretended like I didn't hear it because I was drunk and horny, like any guy would, and just moved on, just did normal shit, I didn't want to go near there or whatever. So another couple nights, she's like, I want to see you play a horror game. And I was like, okay. So I started playing a horror game. Next thing I know, she
Wait.
come
Hold up. What do you mean another couple nights? Did you hang out already?
every day for like 7 days straight.
And you guys were knocking boots for these 7 days?
Oh, yeah.
And you can't gloss over these deets, young man.
It just kept getting weirder.
Okay.
Yeah, so this
Did
next
you
night,
take the invitation for the old back door, though? She said no holes are off limits. That means I'm trying to get crowned out in my butthole.
I actually didn't, no. I didn't, believe it or not.
You are a man of restraint. I don't know
me,
whether I'm impressed or disgusted.
I don't
Kudos, sir.
like it when it's too welcomed. You know what I mean? Like there's that, you got to find like that point.
So you're into rape too.
No,
Got it.
no, all right, no. So
Got it.
So
She's your soulmate. She's your soulmate.
And I just want to go and say here real quick, like the thing that always fascinates me is she's not into, like, she doesn't have a rape fantasy. Like, and you said a code word, all of that. Like, she just simply states, I like rape.
Yeah.
You know what I like? I like Hot Wheels cars. You know what I'm saying?
Like, exactly. She says it like it's I like Hot Wheels. I like fried bologna sandwiches.
Collect Hot Wheels and Hot Wheels paraphernalia.
So that always amazes me.
Okay.
Yeah, and then so we get to be a night or two later, and she's like, "I want to see you play a horror game." So she made me play Alien Isolation. Got a few minutes into it. Next thing you know,
Really quick, which platform is this on?
at the time it was on the Xbox.
James,
Okay,
that's
it was just going to help me date. It was just helping me date the story and see. You can usually,
That's why I'm not telling you which Xbox.
judge on the time by the console.
It was a 360.
No, it was newer.
Continue.
Anyway, it was an Xbox One.
Was it that white one that
Yeah,
stands?
the
is it-
small one.
Okay,
The small
I had one of those. I played Rock Band on that.
Yeah, it was a good one, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so next thing you know, I get a little bit into this game, and she comes out bare ass naked, starts lubing up her tits and titty fucks. And I was like, "Am I watching a porn right now? Nobody actually does this."
Yep. That has never happened to me.
Yeah, I mean, who?
But I live a boring life.
I do too, but goddamn, nobody just walks up to you titty fucks you, man. It's not a goddamn porno.
That's lunch at James's house.
When
Nice.
you say she titty fucks you, you mean she had a wiener and she put her wiener on your tits?
Okay, let me rephrase that. She had me titty
Nice.
fuck her.
Nice.
Because yeah, let's rephrase that a little bit.
I see you're a man of culture.
But still, it's just like,
Fact.
how weird is that?
It's weird.
Yeah, but we moved past it. We
Okay.
had it a few more times. Fast forward to the
What do
next
you mean
day.
move past? You like, well, hold on. So did you finish?
Duh, does a bear shit in the woods?
How did you finish?
Inside her.
No
Inside her
condom?
tits? Like you
Sans?
cut her tits open?
No,
and came
no.
Inside her
No,
tits?
she told me she
No.
couldn't get pregnant, so
Oh, you guys, you're paying child support, ain't you? I
Hey,
knew it.
Hey, James.
no, she actually can't have kids.
James, you've heard
Oh.
that one.
No, well, hey, nothing
Yeah, I
happened. and
did,
it's
dude.
been
I'm paying
it's been
child
some
support.
time, okay? It felt good. I was
Ryan.
rolling with it.
And everybody listening, all 7 of you, because we're up to 7 this week. If a girl tells you she cannot get pregnant, She wants you to get her pregnant.
What did she have to gain from me getting her pregnant?
Child support.
I don't got money for that. She's gonna
Child
be paying
support.
me.
Nope.
I think a lot of them like that mental gotcha
Yeah.
game, you know?
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know.
James and I know a girl says the same thing. Totally not
Oh.
true because she has 2 kids.
Oh.
And he had shit to give her at that point in his life as well.
I didn't have nothing to give nobody, dude. The only thing I got to give somebody is a fucking headache
Yeah, and she
and McDonald's dollar menu
begged him,
items.
fuck me without a condom. I can't get pregnant. Right, James?
Yep.
So I'm just trying to save you from your sperm. That's all. That's all right.
So, anyways, you dropped a load in her, right?
Yeah, and we went at it a few more times that night. Whatever.
Bombs over
At this
Baghdad.
point, up until now, you still didn't take up the anal.
No, and I never did throughout the entire story. I'll let you know now.
Oh, so I don't have to keep asking.
Yeah, that's why. But,
I might ask. It's fun
but there was talks of a threesome the next night, and I was
with
like,
a dude.
No, with her lesbian friend who, quote unquote, was not opposed to having a dick inside of her.
Okay.
Doesn't sound too lesbian to me.
Right, but I mean, it's
Hey.
not the first time I fucked a girl that said she was a lesbian, so I was like, it's actually not as uncommon as you think.
It's pretty straight if you don't do straight stuff. I think that's the opposite of James's quote.
Yeah. But
It's something.
Continue.
But it had my interest, So whatever, went on to the next night, and she came over, and we had a lot to drink this night. All right, it was a lot, and we went outside. We're talking a little bit, getting some fresh air. It was like 3 a.m, and finally, she had another weird thing. She looks at me and she's like, "Hey, I want to change it up," and I was like, "Oh, okay." I'm fucking drunk, and I don't give a shit what the hell you will say to me at this point. Well, let's go. What do you got? She looks at me. She's like, "I want you to be my slave." And I was like, "Huh?"
You're like, yeah, girl.
Yeah. She's like, "I want you to be my slave."
I'm in.
And I was like, "Fuck it. Sure. Why not? Shit gets weird. I just get off me, and that's the end of that, right?
That's not how being a slave works.
Yeah, but I mean, if she tries pegging me, it's off. All right. All bets are off.
Oh, is it? I bet.
Yeah.
I'm sure she'll listen. You tie it up, dude.
So, anyway, she looks at me and she's like, "There's gonna be some ground rules," and I was like, "Ah, fuck, here we go. All right, what do you got?" She's like, "Rule number 1, you do and say everything I tell you for the rest of the night." And I was like, "Well, I mean, I kind of associate that with me being your slave, but I'm glad we got it for the record, Rule number 2, you're gonna go inside and you're gonna put on an old pair of jeans." And I was like, "What?" Okay.
I want you to piss your pants.
And yeah, yeah. And then 3, you're gonna piss your pants so I can suck the urine out of your fucking jeans, is what she told me.
And you did it, right? Like a good little piggy?
I had to piss so fucking bad. I didn't know what to do. And I said, "Nope." And I bolted inside the apartment. But she wasn't having it, man. She was hot on my goddamn heels.
She was thirsty.
She was thirsty.
She wanted that rape. She said, I like rape. She
She
didn't say
wanted-
I like to be raped. She says, I like rape.
I think that
She-
is a key fact that no one has keyed in on thus far.
No one has keyed in on that detail.
She says, I like rape. And that means she likes raping people.
That's a good detail. I was victim. She's gonna rape me and make me pee in her mouth. So I just ran, man. I ran to the bathroom. She grabs me, won't let me close the door. So I put her on the couch. I'm like, "Stop it!" Like if she was a dog. I felt so bad. I take this back, but I didn't give a fuck at this point. I was like, "You fucking stay." I ran in the bathroom, closed, and I locked the door. Mind you, I lived alone at the apartment, so I didn't know.
Nobody can help
I had no idea
Nobody could
if
save
this
you.
door. So I lived alone. So that door's never even been
Where's the
closed.
lesbian?
That door's never been closed.
I think
she
Lou
here?
actually just asked a very important question.
Oh, what's that?
Where's the lesbian? Has she entered the stage?
This
at
was
this
supposed to be
point?
the next evening that the lesbian. So we didn't make it that
Was
far yet.
supposed to be.
The next
Oh, it never
evening.
happened.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've never asked that either.
Yeah,
That's
it
sad.
was supposed to be the next night.
Cue the world.
See, everybody's
is
like,
sad
oh,
as
you know, you're
violent.
like,
I
oh,
think-
you've all heard this story.
I think this is.
You
the
didn't hear
sad-
the story. It was me asking questions.
Oh, that was
This is-
applause.
Yeah.
So I'm in the bathroom, right? I'm in my safe space.
Yeah. Safe.
I unzip and I let it flow. Next thing I know, that
you sit
door.
down?
But no, I was standing. I was standing.
That
It's good
is-
detail. It's good detail. I was standing there pissing, doing my business like normal. Door busts wide the fuck open, and I look, and she's looking at me, thirsty, man. She's got that look in her fucking eye, and she runs. And literally, you'd think it was the end of a rock concert, like sliding on the full
Power
knees,
slides.
power slides, mouth
What an
agape.
amazing woman. Yes.
She's and I'm like, what the fuck,
Yes.
man? So I'm sitting there, I already am having trouble aiming because I'm swaying like a motherfucker. I'm drunk. So I got one foot on her goddamn forehead, man, fighting off this rabid dog while I'm sitting there going, and holy shit.
You didn't let it go on her, dude?
Hell no, man. Not at that point. That's just weird. That's just too much. You don't just go busting in that bathroom because you want it that
So let me
bad.
ask, when did you marry this woman?
So actually, that's jumping ahead a little bit, but she told me I'm an asshole and blocked me on everything. That's how it ended.
Oh,
So,
man.
yeah.
There's gonna be a part 2 of the
She
story, though.
sounds like marriage material.
Oh yeah, there's more yet.
Well, so part 2 though, Lou comes to visit us, or James comes to visit us, and then we hook him up with PP Girl,
Oh yeah,
and we
you
get
can
another
marry-
version of the story.
You can marry PP girl. Ooh,
BB girl sounds awesome.
I might
what
have
a
her
fun
number.
time.
Yeah, I could DM you her number.
I mean,
yeah.
look, you have said nothing bad so far about this whole situation. Like a
Really?
little weird, sure. Yeah, I mean, what a nice girl. You're playing, she says, I want to watch you play video games. And
Oh.
like how many times in your life have you heard a female that you're dating say play more video games? Never.
Well, apparently it had to be
then-
horror games because she got off to horror.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
You know, she wants to watch you play a video game, and
That
that
doesn't sound that
turns
bad.
her on. I wish I had a girl that would sit and finger blast while I'm playing video games. That's fucking rad. And then, if that's not enough, she oils up her boobas and comes over and rubs them up and down on your pole, and then lets you drop a healthy load in her afterwards. What a nice person.
Yeah.
You are. Listen,
If
I gotta
only-
say,
That's not
you
all.
did not appreciate her. She is
'cause-
a lovely woman.
That's because you haven't heard the rest of the story.
No,
Wow.
I actually think that when you frame this story up in the way that James did, it does make you sound very unappreciative of the gift you had
I'm
been
just
given.
saying, she gave you so much. You
And
should
I could see on your
apologize to this
face,
person.
you do feel a little guilty.
I've rethought about this a lot since this has happened. And I tell this story frequently to new folks, so it has crossed my mind. But let's see if the next part changes it a little bit, okay?
It won't.
Okay.
So the next morning, I wake up to her
Yeah.
riding me like a
Yeah.
bicycle.
Nice.
Yeah, it was great. It was fucking great. Until,
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. She started while you were sleeping.
yeah, there's
Okay.
there's your big R.
Had she I mean, had you guys like which is cool, you know, but I just feel like
It wasn't talked
you
about.
should be like, yeah, talked about
Yeah.
beforehand maybe and agreed upon.
I mean, I wasn't complaining. I was
It
okay.
absolutely
know.
should have been agreed
I
upon.
know
Yeah, I
most-
should have. Yeah.
most guys wouldn't, complain about that, but I just feel like if a dude flip the script, if a dude like if a girl wakes up and there's a guy on top of her, that's how a lot of like I got raped stories start. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like I feel like the same respect should be afforded both ways. You know what I mean?
I don't think anyone's
Instead of-
ever made Ryan feel so guilty during this story.
No, I'm saying
I'm at a
no,
loss.
on her part, I feel like
Yeah, it wasn't right.
she should have I don't know, just out of respect, just
And
kind of
I guess I
I
never
mean,
thought
of
about it
course,
because I
most
enjoyed
dudes
the
are
fuck
horn
out of
dogs.
it. You know.
yeah, of course.
I mean, she didn't have any respect, though, not only for just writing you while you're sleeping.
But for the other events,
Like,
yeah. So
You wouldn't think I'd have such a Care Bear outlook on that, would you?
no,
No,
not
I
at all.
would,
But I actually
actually.
kind of like it. Actually.
See, like I told you, dude, I try to be a stand-up character whenever it comes to this stuff.
it's kind of like what we talked about last week with Mark, like how there's that double standard
Yeah, I
of
was thinking-
guys and girls fooling around. I know it's not the same concept, but it's that double standard to your point. If I started sleeping with a girl while she was asleep, I'm probably going to get arrested.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Even if it was my wife, like I could imagine her calling the cops.
Sure. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. If it was spun a certain way or details went a certain way, absolutely, it could go that way. And like you could be in trouble. But it's like, dude, I straight up have been raped once and been in a situation where I think if you were spun it
Yep.
as the male being the aggressor in the situation, it would have been a rape situation. So it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I got raped
I
once.
don't know.
Twice.
Oh, I guess now I got raped twice. Yeah.
Twice.
This is number
at
2.
2.5
Yeah.
if we count the
Yeah.
power slide.
Sir, you were raped.
Yeah,
So-
twice.
And then the worst part, so not only did she, I guess we're rolling with I was, raped, which I mean, yeah, whatever. And then on top of it, she didn't let
He
me.
still can't come to terms with that fact,
No.
but continue.
then
She did tell you though. She did say like she basically leaned over and said, "I'm gonna rape you."
and then she didn't even let me finish.
What?
Yeah. As soon as I
that's
was,
terrible.
as soon as I was about to, she stood up and said, "No pee, no cum." And I stood up and I was like, "What the fuck?" And she's like, "Don't you come after me. I'll call rape." And walked out. And I was like, "What?"
She's
And-
like, you just raped me.
Yeah. And I was like, "You're worried about me raping you now? What?" I'm so confused.
No, she sounds strange. Okay, never mind. No pee, no cum.
Nope.
Yeah. No.
She is very strange.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. Ooh.
There's more. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
So
She keyed your car, didn't she? She totally seems like the kind of person that would key a car.
thankfully not. I almost actually, I don't know if I would have preferred that over this detail that I got later. So later on, I get messages from her. Fuck you for this, for not doing this for me. I was so turned on that when I got home, I took an empty water bottle from my car, went and squatted behind the shed outside my apartment. She pissed in said water bottle and drank it, in which she came 4 times.
She would really like to watch Man vs. Wild with Bear Grylls.
I think she'd like to be
I
there
watched-
with him.
I watched that man piss into a snake carcass, tie off the end, carry it across the fucking desert, drink that shit out of a fucking dead, rotting snake carcass. All the while, apparently, he's being followed by a support team that has gallons and gallons of fucking water that he could have drank. But he drank the piss out of a rotting snake.
Yeah.
So
That's probably worth twice the orgasms as regular pee because it came out of a rotting snake.
Oh.
yeah, I don't know why you didn't try to do some weird shit. Like, I don't know. I'd have thought up something weird and creative.
It just got to be so much at once that I was like, okay. And then when I did think about it, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should, like you said, maybe this could be fun. Maybe I just got to, stop being a bitch and just like open up to it a little bit more. This could be great. Then I apparently, at that point, the ship had sailed and I was an asshole and got blocked on everything. So I did try at that point. Plus, I really wanted that
Right.
threesome.
You enjoy it while it's there, and then you just let it go back into the wild.
In the wild it went.
You just gotta turn it loose, and
Yeah.
let another person enjoy her in the future.
Yeah.
We're
She's
going
like a
to let you
mythical
enjoy her,
creature.
James. We're going to let you
It's your turn next.
slide into her DMs.
I would.
Yeah.
I
am
know you
gonna-
would. That
I
wouldn't
would.
be the weirdest thing you've done.
And I
Imagine
got
the
a
piss story we would get out of
full
that.
Louder.
Oh, it would be
Wet.
golden.
You have to bring a trash bag as a poncho.
Can I borrow your apartment?
Yeah.
We'll get you a hotel, man. You don't have to worry about cleanup.
I come home, there's like piss on the ceiling.
I mean,
I don't-
that is a pro
How'd you
tip.
get
like,
it up that high?
for anyone that's into pee, do it somewhere that's not your own home. Like, make someone else clean up your pee.
that was actually my big argument to her too. I was like, "Can we at least do this in the shower so there's no cleanup if I'm going to consider this?" No. And I was like, "Nope, then fuck that. No."
Oh no,
I
you
think that
gotta
was
think
sensible.
about future you. Future you's got to be cleaning that.
Yeah, I'm not cleaning that.
That feels sensible to me.
Yeah, and I told her, I was like, if we can do it in the shower, then maybe I'll consider it, but I'm not cleaning that shit up.
Yeah, that's pretty bad, inconsiderate. You know what? Fuck that. I would have just said, let's go over to your house.
Yeah, make her.
Oh, well, that was the kicker.
But
We
he
didn't
was
go
the-
to her house because her ex-boyfriend was living there, and they shared an apartment together.
Oh,
If you share in an apartment still, then it's not your ex. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know. She
Oh.
spent more time at my place than his, but yeah, I do see your point. I kind of thought
Yeah.
that as well, but I was having fun. Well, until
You're like, I was
Until I
getting
wasn't.
to drop
Yeah.
loads, dude.
yeah. I mean, that cum will make you do some really dumb things.
yeah, I can't believe she kept coming back for more. I never understood that.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
to Lou's point, you considered peeing on this girl just because she let you drop loads inside. her.
Oh, I forgot the best detail. God damn it, man. She also said that diuretics have the best tasting urine, in case anyone was wondering or looking to take up a piss fetish.
I did not know that.
Diabetics.
Diabetics.
Oh yeah, because their urine smells like fucking Teddy Grams.
Because
got all
of
that
all the
sugar in it.
insulin, all the sucrose.
Oh, James. So
Yeah.
now let's see yours, James.
Yeah.
We showed you ours. Now you show us yours.
Yeah, it's one of those
What's your weirdest story?
teenage kids showing each other.
It's a neat one. This
Okay.
is a neat one.
Okay.
One time my buddy, the same buddy, that liked ladyboys, he had this girl over at the house. And we
Okay.
always wanted to like tag team somebody. We always thought that was pretty fucking cool.
Eiffel Tower, pig roast.
Yeah, well, specifically the Eiffel Tower we had in mind. Yeah.
Ah, there we go. All right, I'm in.
And so like he had this girl over and he was like, he's like, dude, I'm gonna try and do it with this one. Cause like I'd have a girl, he's my roommate, and I'd have a girl over and I'd be like, no, I like this one, I don't want to share this one. And then he'd have a girl over, it's like, oh, I like this one, I don't want to share this one.
Okay.
But anyways, this girl came over, he was like, I'm down to share this one. So like one time I guess they go in the room and I hear them like he's like warming her up. He's like, yeah, I want to do dirty shit with you. And she's like, yeah, I want to do dirty shit. He's like, I want you to, you just keep saying stuff. And like, then he's like, I want you to suck off my buddies while I fuck you. And she's like, yeah, wait, what? The whole time, like, he would say something and she'd be like, yeah. And then he was like, I want you to suck my buddy off. And she's like, yeah, wait, what? So, anyways, I guess, like, comes out, like, she's like, all right, send him in. And he's texting me. He's like, dude, get in here. And I'm like, hold on, dude. I'm trying to get ready. And he's like, get ready. What are you talking about? I didn't know. I was nervous. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I don't know what to do. So like I went in the other room. I put on like a nice button-down shirt and I did my hair a little bit, spritzed on some cologne. I felt like it was like a special occasion.
Yeah, ready
You
for
know
a
what I
date.
mean?
Did you go get
I'm trying to get
flowers?
ready. I'm trying to get ready. And then I just broken up with my girlfriend and I get like a little knock at the door and it's her.
Okay.
And I'm like,
Oh.
oh no. And she's like, hey, I want to talk. And I'm like, hey, you, like, probably would have been great, if you called before you came over. And she's like, oh, can I come in? And I'm like, I guess. And she's like, wow, you look nice. And I'm like, well, yeah, about that. And I told her, I was like, go wait in my room. So she goes in my room. I go up. I go into his room, and I just kind of standing there. And I also didn't have pants on, so my wiener was like poking out from underneath the button-down shirt.
Shirt cocking it.
Wait. Time out. You
Yeah.
answered the door that way too?
No, I had pants on. I took them off. I like
Okay.
sat outside his door for a minute,
Oh.
and I thought about it, and I was like, I better take these pants off.
After you spent
Right.
the time getting dressed up. The
No,
first
yeah,
thing you
but-
do, like, hey,
yeah.
I should take the pants off before I enter
Yeah.
the room.
But even
Well,
go with
but
any
the
clothes
shirt,
on
the
at that
shirt was
point.
doing a lot of work for the outfit. It was a
Okay.
good shirt.
It was a good shirt.
It was heavy lifting for the outfit. Yeah.
Okay.
So I went in and like she's like looking at me and I was just like, what do you say? I'm like, hey, like, hey. And they're like facing the door. He's banging her out from behind. And he was like, get in there, man. And I was like, all right. And so like I'm getting head and I look at him and he looks at me and he looks down at his hand and I look at my hand and we raise our hands up in the air, and we're gonna we're gonna Eiffel Tower, you got to give like a man's hand high five, you got to fucking high five.
It's
real
got to leave
crisp.
a red mark on the hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be fucking rad, dude. But we could tell like she was into it, but like she wasn't into it like your P girl would be.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
So at this point,
Um,
you guys probably started feeling pretty guilty. I'm imagining that the
No,
blood
what are
flow
you
to
talking
your
about? No,
erection
she-
starts to subside.
He's trying to
No,
finish
she
it.
was in. What are you talking about? She was in.
No,
But we just
I
didn't. We
just-
felt
no,
like it
time
would be
out.
disrespectful to high five, and so we
what
just
was disrespectful was to continue to spit roast this girl when she looked uncomfortable.
She didn't look uncomfortable. She was deep throating my shit. Okay.
I'm just trying to make you feel bad now.
She was choking
we
over
like-
there.
We slowly brought our hands together and laced our fingers and held hands. It was super fucking weird. Then like I looked at the hands, and he looked at the hands, and we were like, oh, and we took our hands away. It was terrible.
You
And
didn't want to
then-
wait there, like squeeze each other's hand when one came, so you knew where each other was at.
Well, no, I blew my load while we were holding hands. Yeah, I know it happened.
Hey, give him a squeeze. I'm done.
Well, and then this is where the story kind of gets crazy. The story's not crazy at this point.
Oh,
Can I ask you a question before we get to crazy?
Yeah.
Is that still considered an Eiffel Tower if you're holding hands?
I don't know. Maybe.
she went from
Yeah.
Skid Row. I would
Yeah, it's
classify
just,
it as
you know,
one.
I would call it like
instead of
Full
having, like,
House.
Eh.
So like having like an antenna at the top, like where the fingers are pointing up,
It's a
it's just
rounded
kind of
dome.
rounded off. Yeah.
A for
little
effort,
rounded dome.
though. I mean, I like it.
I don't know.
I like
I
it.
don't know. It was cool.
Yeah.
And then
But-
the other thing, as you came, like, did you squeeze your buddy's hand?
had
Like,
to have, come
was
on.
it like?
No, I began pulling away because I didn't want to
Make it awkward.
come while holding his hand. I just thought it would ruin our friendship.
It might have made your friendship weird. I probably would have done it just for like moral support, though.
I don't know.
Like if I
but-
was your buddy on the other end of her, I would have said squeeze away. Like I want to be there for you
Like, oh, she gives good head. Switch.
because you're already. Did you look away? Did you make eye contact?
You know what? I'm pretty sure I was making eye contact when I
So
came.
you're worried
Oh.
about holding his hand
But you're
as
looking-
you do one of the
It was
most
like-
like
well,
romantic
no, it
things.
was like-
stare
I
into
was like,
his
don't
eyes
look
while
at
you
his
come.
eyes. Don't look at his eyes. Don't look at his eyes. I'm looking at his eyes. Fuck.
That is more romantic than holding
It
his
was good.
hand.
You're committed at
It's
that
very
point.
romantic.
You hold
Yeah.
his
I
hand. You slap his ass too. Fuck it.
Well, no, I did actually
Yeah.
on
You're
my way out the
basically married.
window.
yeah.
That's
it.
that's considered marriage in like 3 states.
Yeah,
You're Eskimo
Yeah,
brothers.
well-
Fuck it.
it happens.
It happens. Okay, let's get crazy.
Yeah. That's where you got.
Yeah, well, I dropped
Let's get
dropped a
wild.
little breadcrumb there, dude. I went out the window. My ex
you still
was
rocking
walking
the
around
nice
in
shirt?
the living room. Yeah,
Okay.
the whole time. I didn't take it off.
Okay.
My ex is out in the living room looking for me, and if I come out of there, she knows that like my buddy was in there banging. She knows it.
Did you have
Right,
pants on at this
and-
point or no?
No, pants are still
No,
at the door.
no, there was no pants at any point. And after I entered the door, pants were done. And she, yeah, and that's the other key. Like, I don't have fucking pants. And he's still banging this chick. They're loud. I just came. I got post nut clarity like a motherfucker. She's out in the living room looking for just James, where are you, James? And I'm like, fuck. So I open his window. I crawl out the window, and she looks alarmed. Like, this girl is very concerned and unsure of me going out the window. FYI, we're on the 13th floor.
Oh.
So
you can't
I
just
look at
glaze
her-
over that fact.
I didn't want to like make her scared, and because she looked scared, and I didn't want to like ruin what they were doing. So I was like, hey, I just want to make it sound really natural. You know, I'm butt ass naked from the waist down, climbing out this window, and I'm like, I look at her and I'm like, hey, I'm going to 7-Eleven. Do you want a sandwich or something? And like he is like aggressively pounding her from behind. I mean, they are just. And I'm like, hey, do you want a sandwich or anything? I'm just gonna go to the 7-Eleven. And you know, I just wanted to make it seem natural. And I'm climbing on the outside of this fucking building. There's like a little ledge for the air conditioning units to be on, and so like I'm tiptoeing along this ledge, and then I get to the balcony, and I climb over the little handrail and get on the balcony, and the fucking door that leads into the kitchen from the balcony is locked. And I'm like, fuck. And it's cold as shit.
Oh no.
My buddy's pounding away at this girl in his room. There's no way I'm going to be able to get into the house now without getting busted. And I don't have pants on. And so
So how'd you get from the window to the balcony? Like, I know probably doesn't feel like an important detail, but you're on the 13th freaking floor.
yeah, there's a ledge that runs along the side of the building.
So like in the
And
Matrix.
It was like specifically there for the air conditioning units to kind of sit on. And so if you step over the units, you have a little ledge just to walk on, but
Okay.
there's not much to grip. But in that moment, like I didn't even give a fuck. I was like,
It's
I'll die.
cold out. You're shirt cocking it, no pants, and you're
Mhm.
just scaling this building on the 13th
Yes,
floor to
like
avoid
Spider-Man.
your ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I didn't want to make her sad.
He skips that part of the story like that's normal human behavior.
Yeah,
Did
when's the
not
last
want to make her
time-
sad.
And I love the fact that you say you have post-nut clarity and you think that this is a good idea instead of just disappointing her. Your
Well, no, it was
post-nut
panic.
clarity
That
sucks.
part was panic. Post-nut clarity set in, which led to panic, which led to bad decisions.
You can just say
Yes.
like you were going out. Can you leave and we'll do this tomorrow? Like you just made her sit there. Now you created this whole situation.
Says the guy who had his foot on a girl's forehead while he urinated.
Yeah,
I mean,
It's not easy to make people leave.
I'm allowed to judge because James doesn't know my craziest stories.
Okay.
You don't get to judge anymore.
All right, that's fair. I'm just
So
gonna.
you're
shut
a
up.
rape denier. You're a flat earther rape denier.
Yeah, busted.
Ooh, that's pretty bad.
It is, yeah.
That is bad. All right, James. So you Spider-Man your ass to the balcony.
Spider-Man it, dude. Got out of
Okay.
there, and I ended up out on the balcony freezing my shit off, and then homegirl found me out there. She's like, "What are you doing on the balcony?" And
That's
I
her
was like-
first question: is what are you doing on the balcony?
I was like, I came out here to get pants because you know we hang our clothes up. We hang our clothes up on the balcony sometimes, you know. And
Okay,
Oh.
so
Like,
it's
came
not
out
a
to get
crazy
pants.
excuse.
yeah, well, yeah, I'm pretty good on my feet, man. And then somebody locked the fucking door, and she was like, "Oh, come in." And I was like, "Okay."
And I love that's how
Okay.
like that's how
Okay.
that's just you. Like her first question isn't why aren't you wearing pants because she expects that. Why are you on the balcony?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, the pants thing, I never have pants. I actually, really funny story. I literally don't have pants on right now. I'm wearing a sweater and socks.
Okay.
All
Underwear.
right.
Yeah. My balls are out. So,
I would have done the same
It's
thing if there
fall.
weren't kids here.
oh,
Not really. I wear-
James, he's not worried about me sitting like 5 feet from him without pants on. It's my kids are the reason he has pants on.
Yeah. A lot of reasons
Well,
why.
Phil, you are a good reason for the pants to come off, sir.
Hey.
Oh.
You slide in my DMs later. All right, James.
Hell yeah, dude.
Okay, so you
How do I sound, by the way? Do I sound like
Really
sound
good.
butter
really
good?
good.
Is the connection good?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
majestic actually. Like, what mic are you using? I want it.
Can you guys hear like mouth sounds like ASMR? Can you hear that? Yeah. No, I'm using the Rode NT1. I got a little
Oh.
studio here. I got a microphone. You know, I got a nice little setup. In
Damn.
I think
my
it's a
house
good,
here.
the studio.
The
We
guy
got-
at Guitar Center yesterday was saying that like the NT1 is like stupid popular right now, and it's like one of the primo mics.
I've been running it for like I don't know, 4 years now. It's been
Okay.
fuck me, it's been that long. Yeah, it's been about 4 years, maybe
Damn.
3 years. Yeah, it's just a good mic. It's really sensitive. So like if you don't have like a soundproof area, like it will pick shit up that even you don't pick up personally.
I'm
It's a
having
good mic.
issues with my SM7B with that. Like it picks up a lot.
Oh, that's a good workhorse, dude.
Yeah, but I have to with the uplifter, it picks up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a pretty good mic though. I do like that, and I feel like this would end up probably having the same problem.
Same problem.
But you're an expert and you got all your bases covered. You know, why do you have a studio?
Oh, you know,
Is that something to do with
Is
Is
straight
this the
sex
time
with
when
gay
we
dudes?
bring in our
Yeah.
next guest?
yeah. So I got on here because Phil was like, "Hey, listen, I made a podcast," and I was like, "Oh, you made a podcast? That's pretty fucking cool." And then he goes, "I need your song, Straight Sex with Gay Dudes, because that's what the podcast is about." And I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, sure." So I sent it over to him, and then he was like, "I got another thing. I want to ask you. Do you want to be on the podcast?" And I was like, "Oh, sure, dude. That sounds great." So, yeah, like I found out, like boom. A, I was gonna have my music on the podcast, and then B, I was gonna be a guest on the next episode.
Mhm.
Shit, yeah. I make music, and there's that. I'm kind of not a big deal.
How long have you been making music for?
Making music. Oh gosh, you know what? Like a long time. Sorry if I sound like I'm coming and going. I'm like looking around the room. I had some beers on the floor, and like I'm looking at how close they are. If I can like still talk in the mic and get my foot to the bag to like finagle them over to me. I've been making music since like high school, man. Like it was just terrible shit. A punk rock band, and it was bad. And but dude, we had fun. And I'll tell you what, dude, if you like picking up middle-aged, slightly overweight dudes, you should play in a rock band. Because after a show, you would think that like there's like ladies coming over. Nah, it's just a bunch of middle-aged fat guys that want to talk about guitars. Like, hey, bro,
Really?
nice setup, man. Whoa, you running that pedal? Oh, yeah. So like, I've been
That
making music
plan's
for
out
a
the window
while.
for my midlife
But-
crisis.
Damn.
Oh yeah,
Start a band.
yeah. You gotta have a band. But the problem with a band is people and all that. So I'm a one-man band,
Okay.
and
One
I've been
man
making
band.
music now for
Boys
a
ahoy.
few years.
Boys
Yeah. So I got a few different like bands, and when I say bands, I mean like musical projects, and it's just me, the whole thing. And hold on, I'm trying to get this. It's very unprofessional. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get these beers. Okay, it's like it's almost noon here, so
Okay.
Oh, do you, man?
You-
You're good.
you gotta have breakfast.
Yeah, I was thrown off earlier when we were messaging. You're like, "Oh, I'm going back to bed." I just always forget the time zone difference. I'm like, it's 3 in
fun.
the afternoon.
Yeah.
Going
It's
back to
fun
bed.
over here. What are you gonna do?
So yeah, you got a few different projects. Ryan's pulling up Spotify right now because.
Oh, yeah. So,
we
I
wanna
got my
play some of
serious
your
thing.
shit too. So what's your
That's
serious
James
thing?
DeVega. Yeah, it's James DeVega. And well, okay, so I started rapping, dude, because me and my buddy, we had put like YouTube, and you'd get these instrumentals going, and we would like rap about. We'd get drunk as fuck and just like start rapping about just stupid shit, and like it was horrible, just the worst, most cringy shit ever. Malibu's Most Wanted, Here We Come. And then I bought a mic, and I was like, yo, dude, I was like, I'm for real gonna make a rap song. And then I did, and it was actually pretty good. It was just, you could look me up on Spotify, James DeVega, Got this. I got I got one
don't-
song on there you can listen to. Missed Me.
Why don't we go
But-
ahead and play it for everyone if you're good with it?
We can play it.
We can play it. Actually, I like Ryan here has listened to Straight Sex with Gay Dudes multiple times today.
It's an
Yeah,
issue. I actually really like it too much.
It's a banger, dude.
It
No, it's a
actually-
banger. That
it-
one.
It's
Actually
catchy.
is. It's really catchy, man.
But this
So-
one's my
so look.
favorite, is where I was going. Like this one, I laugh at your other songs, right? Like this one I actually have on playlists I listen to.
So, all right. So hold on. There's a whole story behind the music thing. So like, we like made rap names, and my rap name was Young Nuggy. Nuggy was our code word for dropping a load in somebody. So like,
So it wasn't a
could-
code word for
you-
like a nug of weed.
no, dude. Like some people think they're like,
Yeah.
oh, is the nuggy for chicken nuggets or is it a nugget of weed? Nah, dude, that shit's lame, dude. Like this is about dropping loads in people. Like it doesn't even need to be a female. It's just anybody. You know what
Okay.
I mean? So you got butt nugs, you can mouth nug. But nuggy though is like just straight up like, you know, vaginal combustion.
Combustion.
Yeah, so some internal vaginal combustion. And
Makes it sound
Uh,
like you murdered her.
You set her
No,
on
dude,
fire
you
with
just-
it. God damn.
no, you're popping off rounds in there. You know what I mean? So like
Like Tony
So,
Montana
like-
and Scarface.
Oh my.
so say hello to my little friend, even though he's Russian. I don't know. Anyways,
Okay, so Young
Um,
Nuggy.
You get the little part
so
right.
like that was my rap name was the Prolific Young Nuggy, and prolific has like two meanings. Like one is what it sounds like. I don't know, like widely known, and the
Mhm.
other means fertile and like easy to
course it
produce
does.
offspring, easily reproducive, or I don't know, something like that. And that was a side product. I didn't even know that till somebody was like, "What's that really mean?" And they Googled it, and they were like, "Dude, that means you're fertile." I was like, "Shit, yeah."
The
so-
fertile dropping
Yeah.
loads in girls.
So the Prolific Young Nugget was my rap name, and so it got serious though when he was applying to be a music teacher at this music school, and they needed to know like what musical credentials he has, like what are some things he's done. And he's like, dude, I gotta spruce up this fucking resume, dude. And he was like, real quick, what's your rap name? And that's when we came up with my rap name. And he put on there, collaborated with the Prolific Young Nuggy. And that was put on his teacher's profile on the fucking website at this music school. It was like an after school place that you could take your kids, and you know, like they could learn like guitar, or like he was the rap teacher. Yeah, so that's kind of how it started. It was a fake thing at first, and then it wasn't. And I mean, I guess it still is, because I'm not famous or nothing. I got like 1,000 listens or something, so it's still fake. It's still fake.
Thousands
But-
impressive though.
Hey.
I mean, yeah. Shit.
I don't know how many of those were me putting it on repeat while I sleep. I don't know.
Hey, thousands and thousands. I won't tell.
I don't know.
Boost those numbers.
But yeah, so like I've got a couple serious songs, but a lot of it like everybody's singing about like, oh, you know, I lost a girl, oh, I got a girl, oh, I got money. That's
Yeah.
boring, dude.
Yeah.
I'm trying to sing about straight sex with gay dudes. I'm trying to sing about having a fake cock. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to sing about running away from crazy girlfriends into outer space and fucking aliens and space weasels.
I
That's
have
what I'm
yet
trying to sing
hear that
about.
song.
What?
Tell us more. You
I'm
haven't
trying to
played
s-
that one for us.
Listen, I'm trying to sing about Dungeons and Dragons vampire who carries poop inside his nutsack and is a closet homosexual, and so he acts out against gay players in a campaign that I was playing, because he's gay and he wants to live his life as a free gay man. You know, I'm trying to sing about that.
Okay. So where
Huh.
do you find the inspiration for these songs?
I'm lost.
No idea.
Yeah.
No,
like,
no
I
no
guess-
clue.
Take me through your creative process though, James. Like
Yeah, okay. So let's talk about straight sex with gay dudes.
yeah, let's hit Ryan's favorite track. Probably gonna
Yeah.
be his top song on Spotify this year.
for the next couple of weeks.
That actually, I just uploaded that to Spotify, by the way. So you're good. You
Really?
can jam to that. You
He
put that.
did?
Yeah, it's on Spotify.
So
yeah.
Let's go.
You can just look up "Boys Ahoy."
boys
and,
with a Z, right?
Yeah, with a Z, and it's up there. And like that song came about because uh, people would ask like, "What kind of music you like to make, bro?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Well, I like to make homoerotic, post-industrial analcore music." And they're like, "What's that sound like?" You know, and I was just like,
Anal.
yeah, like, I don't know, man. I just made it up, you know? And so I was like, they're like, what's it sound like? So I was like, shit, I don't know. And I had just bought this synthesizer, which was a clone of the Roland, what is it, like a 303.
Okay.
And it makes, it was like a synth bass thing. Like you punch in what notes you want it to play, and it'll sequence. It's a sequencer. It'll sequence out these notes, and so that's where like the main bass line and that the like the I don't know, like the melodic focus in that song came from.
Okay.
And I was like, this is what post-industrial analcore sounds like. And then I don't know where the topic came from. I
So
just
you
started
made
singing it.
You made like I just want to make sure I'm tracking with you. So you make the beat, and then you wrote the lyrics.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
How
long?
it started out as it was called Fart Party. That was the original name.
So same lyrics, or I'm
No, there
assuming
were
these
no
about
lyrics. But like while
farts?
I was making it, it was called codenamed Fart Party, the music file, until the
Okay.
lyrics came about.
Okay. So like, how long's the beat making process for straight dudes?
15 minutes.
That's it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Hey Ryan, I quit the podcast. I'm making music.
Well, hold on. I don't
Peace.
think you got to the
Peace.
difficult part yet.
No, look,
the
like,
lyrics took 5 minutes.
the lyrics were pretty quick.
Really?
Yeah, well, because look, I was in a band here a while back, and they would always like they were like, "Oh man, we want you to sing," and I'm like, "All right, cool, I'm gonna sing."
Yeah.
And they were like, "Put lyrics on this song," and they'll start playing a song that they'd already made but didn't have lyrics for.
Okay.
I'm like, I'll just start singing about like I'm gonna fuck your dad in the ass, and then they're like, "Stop."
My poor dad.
They're-
My poor
they're like-
dad.
They're like, James, why do you always sing about fucking somebody in the ass? And like,
Yeah.
I'm like, look, dude, you just put me on a spot and asked me to come up with something. These are the things that come to mind. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or
I
like,
do.
I'm trying to have sex with Pikachu, something like that. I don't know. You're telling me you wouldn't fuck a Pikachu, and so there's all these topics that come up that
I might.
like they just didn't appreciate, and they wanted like something serious, and I don't know, it was real difficult, that band. But yeah,
mean,
this
but
topic
Everyone just heard
comes
the
up easy.
story of the birth of anal core.
Yeah.
That was the birth of anal core, folks.
basically. And the other song that I got on there right now is it's prophylactic phallus, fake dick, it's sex appeal. It's a song about dudes talking about how big their cock is,
Mm-hmm. But they're
but
fake.
really it's probably not big. Like it's
Oh, yeah.
probably. But so the
Yeah.
song is just talking. It starts out. It's just talking about a dude it's a dude talking about how big his cock is. Like, this thing is huge. Like you could walk your pet tiger and use it as a leash. That's how big it is. And like then it comes out like it's a fake dick, and
We will play that one to close us out tonight. How's that sound, James?
it's a good song.
Okay.
I can't speak to the quality, but I feel like the my heart was in the right place.
I think so. So what I'd love to do right now, I'd love to play my favorite song of yours from James DeVega, another side project. I think that gives you a chance as well to grab your floor beers. Gives
No,
us a
I got
chance-
him. I'm drinking.
Oh, we're drinking.
Oh,
Let's go ahead. I know there's a story behind this song too. Do you want to tell that, set up the song, or do you want to talk about it when we come back from the song?
There was a chick in Japan, and I used to fly out there and knock boots with her, and she wanted something serious, and I did not. And then I wanted something serious, and then she was busy getting dug out, because I
Yeah.
I missed the boat. That's what that's about. It's about missing the boat, boys. Don't miss the boat.
Okay. Well, let's play this, and then we'll come back. I got a few more questions about the song.
Great. You got to make a sexy, smooth DJ voice, like.
Not sure why I called.
You guys are listening to
I'm just so excited
the
to
Sexy
see
Pants
you.
podcast.
I'll be waiting for
And
you
now are
at
some
the
smooth jams
airport.
by James DeVega.
Fly safe.
Missed me.
Got my passport stamp, the wheels fold up. Plain food sucks, seats 4 trays up. Complimentary wines, fuck me up. But it's all good, baggage picked up. My heart's racing, she looks amazing. Back to her place for love making. Maybe I could live here, maybe find a job. That's hopeful thinking, yo, probably not. Few days later, fly back to my spot. Talk less frequent, sometimes not.
Just come back out.
That's food for thought. Late one night, she wants to talk. She wants to try and give us a shot. Wants me to be her guy, but I'm not. She wants to be together, but I'm not. She's happy I met her, but I'm just not.
You have 2 new messages. So, it's me again. If there's something you think I should know about, you can just tell me, okay? I can handle it. Don't be so distant. Look, I'm so tired of your shit. I can go out right now and find 10 guys if I wanted to. You know what? I'm just gonna do that now. Fuck you.
First things first, fuck you too.
Oh, that's original.
Whatever, dude. Why am I the one to fly out all the time? Why can't you come fly out to mine?
Alright, I will.
Oh, word, right. Up at the airport after her flight. Few days go by, no more fights. Down to the last day, try not to cry. I said, let's try it. You should be mine. She wants to stay, but we say bye. She's far away and our talks decline. She's quiet for days, rarely replies. Now she's distant, I don't know why. Something's amiss, hearts like cement. Look, I miss you, but I can take a hint. It feels like shit, but you and I should probably just split.
Hey, this is not easy to say, but I've started seeing other people, and I think you should too. We had our chance before, but it didn't work. Hey, so, I know we haven't talked in like 6 months, but I was thinking about you, and I wanna see you.
Got your message, sounds like you miss me.
Well, I meant it, just don't resent me.
Are you demented? Didn't you forget me?
I haven't felt respected since you met me.
After all the shit that we both went through, I guess that I can see a point of view. Cause I'm not flawless and neither are you.
I miss your kiss
I
though.
miss yours too. Bags are packed, flew out of my town. Feeling hella nervous as wheels touch down. Is this a good idea? Should I turn around? Great idea, the pilot's probably down. Rock through the airport after I land. Feet on the ground, phone in my hand. Got no answer, so I tried again. Damn, this is really what I had planned.
Hello? Who's this?
Bang, bang,
All right.
bang.
Damn. That was good. Holy shit. Damn.
That was my first one
Oh.
that I made.
Oh, why did you get really loud? Philip.
No, yeah.
No, that was you.
Oh yeah, sorry. I turned you way up because I wanted to hear that's my favorite song.
That
of
was
yours.
really good.
Thanks, man.
You sit
Hey,
here.
I'm watching you guys now on Twitch. I can see you now. I got the same mic stand you guys got.
Oh yeah.
Oh, do you?
That's the Rode microphone stand.
No, this is
I
the Chinese $29.99 knockoff version from Amazon.
Not allowed.
Philip ordered them. I'm just here.
So, but they actually do work really well.
All the Chinese, that's a pretty good one, dude. The Chinese ones I saw, they got like the spring sticking out of the top of them.
No, and they had like
Yeah.
the cable run, the whole thing.
They don't move
The
the
whole
greatest.
smorgasbord.
They don't move the greatest, but it's not bad for the price, you know.
Yeah, so I know when we were prepping, I was telling Ryan a little bit about you and your lifestyle.
I love your mottos.
Yeah.
Never get married, never have kids. That shit. Like, let's fucking go, man.
So, like, that's a pretty romantic song for someone like you.
Hey man,
Shit happens.
I you know, I got a soft side. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But yeah, like I just feel like everybody has the potential to do great things and also bad things. It just depends on the situation, what's going to bring it out. And I just feel like a lot of times, like let's say for example, you get married, like it could work out and be beautiful, dude. But if it doesn't, it gets really bad.
Yep.
And I don't know, man. So like, yeah, you know, call it a commitment issue, I guess. But yeah, just not really big on uh forcing someone to stay with me forever, I guess. I don't know.
Forcing them or
So-
forcing yourself
so-
to stay with them?
Both, man, both.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't no cup of tea. You know, don't get me wrong, I'm fun to be around, but
I've
I'm sure
tried
it's
to
not the
stop
best.
being friends with you for a long time, and you forced me to stick around.
Well, you know, when you know, you know.
When you know, you
It's
know.
love.
It's the microphone. I'm falling in love with this microphone. God, it sounds so good.
Everyone falls in love with James.
Your
This microphone.
microphone's nice. Yeah, dude, I see that mic. That's a good mic you got.
It's only the MV7. Starting points.
So I've never thought about it though here, James, until you told us the other story. Was the ex from the balcony the same girl that you're talking about in this song?
No. That chick in the song, God bless her. She's a female me, and we're actually still friends to this day.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's a nice gal, but a horrible partner, which is what I could say about myself, you know. But
Yeah.
Okay.
makes
sense.
Her and I together. What's that one movie with Ashton Kutcher and they're scamming rich people? What is it? A Lot Like Love? Is that what that is?
I have no clue what movie
Never
you're
heard
talking
of
about.
it. Nah.
What? Fuck off! Oh, you gotta watch that movie, dude.
I'm
You
gonna
gotta
figure it
watch
out. We'll put it in the show notes.
I'm not a big.
Yeah, you gotta watch. It's a
action-
really good movie, and it's just basically these two people that like they're just whores, and like in the movie they like bang people out to take advantage of their money, and
Huh.
they're like gold diggers, and they decide to be with each other, and then they can't stop
Okay.
like cheating other people out of their money and like seeing other people, and like
Ah.
that's how her and I were, except we didn't get any money, unfortunately. Well, I didn't.
So this is probably the girl you end up marrying at some point.
No. She's oh boy, she is a just horrible partner. I'm not that silly.
Yeah, but things change with age, as
Yeah.
we all find out every day.
Yeah, right, dude. I get fucking crankier and less patient as I get
That
older.
is a fact.
That is fair.
So
that is not happening.
you've written songs about fake dicks, straight sex with gay dudes, you know, missing opportunity. And then I want to come to my second favorite song. And it's actually probably my first favorite.
Oh.
But I am assuming everyone listening knows who Big Shaq is. For those of you that don't, I would say he's a moderately famous British rapper.
Never heard of
That
him.
guy's fucking famous.
Yeah. Well,
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I say
dude,
moderately, like he's not Jay-Z famous, but he's well known for sure.
in the UK, he is.
Yes.
I feel like if there's any British people ever hear this in the future or
they
now,
know who he is.
they know who he is.
Yes, absolutely.
Is he big like
And-
Shaq or no? Or is it like
No.
No.
Is it like ironic,
No.
like tiny?
And his his full rap name is Big Shaq. And you would guess if a dude says his name's Shaq, he's already big. And then if he says like I'm Big Shaq, it's like you are like a supersized
And
Shaq.
he's a very
He's not.
purposefully like ironic rapper.
Yeah, and
Oh,
He
okay.
does like the pow 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 clap clap. Like I can't even do it.
What?
Yeah. James, give us a little pow pow.
skiddly boom pop pop.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That see now that I knew. Thank
But
you, James, for that.
He even does it ironically. Am I wrong, James?
Yeah, like to be honest with you, I don't know
He's not that
which
funny.
came first. Sometimes you can imitate something or something can be satire so hard until you actually become that thing.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like if you satire too hard, it comes full circle and you are the thing that you are
That you're
making
making
fun of.
Right.
And I don't know if either it started as satire and then it got serious, or if it was serious and then turned to satire. I cannot tell you. However, like I heard his music one time and I thought to myself, I'm like, dude, if this cat could fucking drop some kind of rap on this beat, I could do the same thing and better. Like if he could do that and get famous, like what the fuck, like anybody could.
So that's
And
why you got
so-
mad at him because you thought
No, I
he
didn't
had
get
a-
mad. Like I said that out loud, and one of my buddies was like, "Put your money where your mouth is, dude. Do it." And I was like, "Fine, I will."
I mean,
And-
it feels like there is a little bit of Big Shaq frustration in the song, though.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I thought it was terrible. Dude, somehow,
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys ever take any pills?
Allegedly.
no.
All right. Dude, listen, if you take some Adderall and pound some beers, I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. I don't recommend this to anybody. Try at your own risk. You get like extremely concentrated burst of energy that you could direct at something. And it is just wonderful. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what an amazing time that is. Like, I'm not big on drugs. I don't do any drugs. But
I mean,
Adderalls and beers, dude. Some Addies and beers, like man, that'll fucking
and the
get you
thing,
right.
like, I take Adderall in my normal everyday life, not recreationally, but it also masks like how drunk you are.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
fact.
Yep.
Yeah,
And so,
yeah.
like, I can get way more drunk than I intended and not feel that way because of Adderall.
Reminds me of another
I
substance.
threw this whole song together in about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Damn,
It
dude.
was an Adderall fueled session,
Okay.
and it was awesome. Yeah, it was really good.
It is. It's called "You Wish." Am I correct?
Yeah, you
From-
wish.
From Young Nuggy. So I got this one pulled up too, and
Have ya?
I have it, and we're gonna play it right now.
Oh, and
Then we're gonna come back and we're gonna discuss Big Shaq a little bit more
He actually has it here.
I
because
don't really know enough about him to like discuss him. I just
Nope.
know that song.
oh, just wait.
So
Okay.
okay, I guess we're. I'm gonna mute ourselves.
Is that a real mullet, by the way? Is that like real hair?
2 plus 2 quick math. Add
Is that
yourself to
real?
a bath.
Phil, I haven't like laid eyes upon you in a decade.
Say your name, Big
Listen,
Shaq.
listen.
Bitch, don't make me laugh. The real Shaq's allegedly #1. You can suck the skin on my sack. You did a lot of counting in your rap. The highest that you got was 4. You read the dumb and you cannot count to 5. Or your bitch ass broken poor. Pick one. Are you a rapper or the British scat man? You keep saying poop poop. That's pretty fitting because all your rhymes are shitty. And now I'm dunking on you like my name is Shaq, man. Yes. Bless. Yo, here's some numbers I came up with. 0, the number of taxes ever paid. Once is the time that you've been laid. Whoops, but that was by your uncle. 2 times, I suffered when I seen your video. 3 times, how many good bars you made. 4 bucks, how many dollars that you paid. 5, a number that you can't say. 6, when you quit school, that's your age. I won't count any higher, because I don't want to hurt your brain, but... Remember my name, Young Nuggy.
Okay.
I didn't know you guys fired it off already. I couldn't hear it until I turned on the stream, and I realized I was talking over the jam. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
no,
okay.
like okay. So look, in his song, he kept going like,
One
he's like
plus one
1
is
plus
2.
2 is 3, 3 plus 1 is 4. Quick maths.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 minus 1 is 3.
Is that what he says? Okay,
That is
He just
actually
keeps-
exactly what he says, but it still makes 0 sense.
He keeps playing with numbers, and he can't get any higher than 4 throughout the whole. He does it. He does it so many times. Something about like he's like jump out the door, and I've got 222s. That's a 44, and he keeps
What?
yelling 44444, and I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? Say 5. Say it, please.
Say 4
Say
again.
the number 5, or I'm gonna flip the fuck out. I need you to count higher, and he never did.
No, he didn't. And but pre-song, you play it up like, oh, I wasn't frustrated. That was a diss
Nah, now
track. That was a
now
diss
I-
track.
Now I remember, dude. I remember my headspace now, dude. It was just terrible, and like, oh man, I saw that and I was disgusted that this guy, like, somebody gave him money.
Yep.
Somebody gave him money to say these words into a microphone.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Like, if people are giving him money, dog, like, let me get 75 cents real quick. Let me get some of that.
I have heard the
But-
original. Your diss track, I'm going to go on record. It's better. It is better than the original.
I loved every
do
minute
you-
of it. It was
What are you gonna do?
it was
what am I
catchy as
gonna do?
fuck. And then when you called him out for getting fucked by his uncles, loved it.
I had to put some gay sex in there. Why? How could I not?
It's not anal core without that line.
Yeah, that was.
You
that
gotta.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's what I've learned
Now,
tonight.
It's I don't know. Yeah, now I remember very, very well my headspace on that. Yeah, I heard that. It wasn't really directed at him. It was more like good on him, dude. You do what you do, and like, you get you some money. But it's like, dude, like, I'm calling out the fan base, dude. Your fan base is full of, like, if anybody, I'm calling you out right now. If you actually think in a serious way that that's good, you're a retard. Go listen to some good rap, dude. Throw on some fucking Busta Rhymes and go listen to that shit. That's some good stuff.
Some Wu-Tang Clan.
But yeah, right. Throw on some Wu-Tang Clan. Like, dude, if you think that's actually good, if you listen, like, because it's satire and it's ironic and you think that's funny and you're making fun of that stuff, then cool. You know, fuck
But
it.
you say
But
you're not calling out Big Shaq. Like, fuck it. I'll call out Big
the-
Shaq.
the
and-
industry.
No, I'm
Like,
going to
who
call out
gave
Big
him a
Shaq as
platform to do that?
if he's listening to our podcast right now.
No, dude,
I'm,
he's gonna shoot me. I think that guy's a real gangster, dude.
but it's the same thing, and we just talked about it. Like, he went from satire to becoming that thing because his fan base was giving him a shitload of money. So
Never
yeah,
mind that all my music is satirical comedy music.
yeah, but you stay true to yourself. You know, you have like 9 of us that love your music, so you stay true to yourself.
He said he had
Whole
1,000.
nine, dude.
He said he had 1,000.
No, I'm
One
just
of
making
them's
up
my
a number.
mom.
Mama James is proud.
I don't think
My mom says my music is good.
My mom says my podcast is the best podcast. I love our moms. But I'm calling it out. And Big Shaq, when you're not listening to this podcast, you're a bitch.
Oh. I'm staying
Please don't
quiet.
come shoot me.
I don't know
Don't
what's
shoot
going
me,
on.
dude.
He's not gonna. What? No, I'm not worried.
Please don't do that ever again.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
Hey, you know
James,
what we could do?
what
we
could do?
could, like, I don't know, like, dude, we could do like what Eminem and what's that guy's
Eminem.
what's that
and
Kelly guy? What's his name?
Kelly.
R. Kelly.
No.
No more piss.
He had the diss track. Eminem put out a diss track recently on this young kid.
Oh, MJK.
yeah,
MGK? Machine Gun Kelly?
Yes.
Yeah,
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 that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
that, like that, but with me and Big Shaq. You know what I mean? And it'll look like we hate each other, but really we're just doing it for money.
Ah.
So the goal.
I'm down with that.
Like,
I'm just trying to get paid.
we need everyone to tweet at Big Shaq and let him know that Young Nuggy's coming for him. Right?
Mm.
That's
Or
what
I
I hear.
spit bars.
Yeah.
I got bars, dude.
Because I want to hear Big Shaq's track back. It's not even going to be half as good. Not
What-
even half as good.
He's got to call it clap back. You know
Clap.
what I mean?
I feel like you're like a wittier and a lot catchier version of Lil Dicky and more adulterated. Like,
Oh
You-
man,
you
Lil
have
Dude,
that
I gotta
wit.
say,
you have that wit, but you take it to another level than Lil Dicky. Like, he's a lot more complacent. Or
yeah, because Well, no, I think it's because he has a record label he's got to appease, and he's maybe not as much of a degenerate as me. But yeah, I see where you're going with it.
So does that make it worth getting the money then if you have to dumb down what you're good at?
Ask me that whenever I don't have to pay rent anymore.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
Ask me that when my bank account's big.
Yeah, that's fair. And you have your own TV show, and
But I think it's a fair question. Like, would you? You pretty much answered it, but would you sacrifice your art for the money?
I mean, as long as I'm having fun, I don't even want to call it like sacrificing art or not sacrificing art. I
Or
would just
sacrifice who you are.
am I enjoying what I'm doing? Like
Okay.
if something came up and like somebody, not even for music, just in any situation, and somebody tried to force me into doing something that I didn't enjoy. No, dude, I'm out. I'll go live in a fucking cardboard box and do my thing there.
that's
I
fair.
don't give a fuck.
I
But-
don't think there's many people out there like you in those
I
regards.
I literally did that. Like our old job was closing down, and
Mm-hmm.
like I could have transferred to another place and made good money, but I was like, no, I quit, and I just gave away everything, and everything I
Yep.
owned was worthless.
I was like, I didn't
And,
get a thing. I didn't.
Yeah,
get a thing.
I just left. I just
Yeah.
got a backpack and I left,
Uh,
and I never came back. never came back.
you have not. I worry about you some months because there have been like actually literally years where you just disappear, but you always come back.
No, I do that. That's the thing.
I'll one random morning at like 6 a.m. have a message on Steam from him that just says, "Hey, what's up?" It's
It's right. Hey, what's good?
or what's good or like just the
What's good?
I'm like, I haven't thought about this guy in 4 years. I assumed he was dead.
Can I make a
Yeah.
request?
Yes.
This is to you, James.
Yes,
Let's
I
set
am
up a
here.
time frame for a return appearance, and I want you to come back with a diss track. Okay. Not to Big
For that
Shaq
girl who-
though.
For that girl who pissed in your
No,
house.
no.
Oh, I actually would love to hear that.
Because
I'm gonna make it-
because I know you got material on this. I want to hear what you got on Phil.
Hey James, can I
Like,
put you on the spot?
Brotherly love.
No, because I was gonna say I've got nothing but love for James,
And I know you
it's-
guys do, and I know you guys do, but I don't know
I-
Phil well enough to like
James,
James could pull out some
Can
material.
you freestyle something for us, dissing me?
Well, like put
Like,
off.
throw us up a beat real quick?
freestyle.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
However,
Put you on the
well,
spot.
hold on, dude. Hold on, man.
Okay.
I literally can't even think of anything bad to say about Phil. And I'll
Damn.
tell you, I give you like two short reasons. Phil was my boss back in the day, and I knew him before he was my boss.
I'm like, a-
But as a boss, he was probably the only fucking cool boss. I remember one time, can I say that? Do you still work for the same company?
no, I
Phil?
don't still work for the same company. I would say let's just keep that name out, but
Yeah.
please tell me you're gonna talk about the fireman.
Dude, Phil. So one time, I got a coworker. I logged into his work. He left his workstation logged in, and
Oh boy.
I set his background to his wallpaper to like this fireman from a gay porn. It didn't show any dick, but like
It was a
about
provocative
to.
picture.
Sure.
It was
sure.
extremely, and I like locked his workstation after that, so a customer walking by wouldn't see it. And
Oh,
You had the best of intentions.
I did, and the district manager for the company we were working for walks by, and he starts talking. I'm like, "Oh, when did you get here?" He's like, "No, I've been here for a while. I just went out on lunch." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, I
And
know.
then he sits down at the computer and he logs in, and he stops short of what the fuck. He stops himself, and he's furious. He is livid, and this is not inclusive. This is pornography. This is an HR nightmare. This is
He wasn't a very chill guy. Like I enjoyed
This-
working for him. Nice guy.
nice guy.
But he
Got nothing
like,
bad to say.
Yeah, but he doesn't find that kind of stuff funny.
I don't think I was
Not at
there
all.
long enough to even know who you're talking about. So
Yeah, you wouldn't know.
okay.
But I
Um,
just wanted to say, like, that's the kind of guy he is. Very, very nice. but very by the book.
Real straight arrow kind of dude,
Yep.
straight shooter.
He's probably still a
but-
Boy Scout.
Yeah,
Oh, one of those.
absolutely.
One of those.
Yes.
Ugh.
But he was fuck, nice guy. He was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna look at the cameras. We're gonna find out who did this, and they're getting fired. And I'm just like standing there the whole time, and like my coworker that I did it to, he's looking at me smiling. He knows it was me.
And
he
would have
knows what I was.
enjoyed every moment of you
He
getting
put
fired.
he put it all together immediately. He
Yep.
was like, hey James, dude, my workstation's over there, and he pointed, dude, because you could just log into any of them. It doesn't matter which one, you know.
Oh,
And
that
so-
was the case, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah, you're right.
And so like he I take Phil into the back and I tell him what's up. And there was another manager. I tell him what's up. I don't know what officially ended up happening. All I know is there were no recordings available, and I don't know if it was because he did something or they just weren't available. I still don't know. He never told me. But like he could have told on me, but he didn't. He laughed. He shook his head and laughed. He says, "You're a fucking dumbass," but that's funny. And I didn't get fired.
So
And like
I can relate.
then and I remember he gave me his old gaming PC.
I did.
Oh, no shit. I didn't get a gaming
Yeah.
PC from you.
Yeah. And my mom
Damn.
still uses it, dude. It's in my
Damn.
house. My mom uses it now. I got nothing bad to say about him. I'll tell you what, out of everybody I know in life, dude, he's one of the dudes that, or just people, anybody, not at any point never did me wrong. Not that I can remember, anyways.
I thought he was going to
No.
fire me the first time I worked for him, too, so I completely understand that.
So I'll tell James real quick, and then actually James, Ryan has a very similar story. All I know is I was told the cameras were down. Like the
Yeah,
other
I think it was
person,
the
my
other boss.
Yeah, he said the cameras are down. I remember saying something along the lines of like, "Really?" And he just looked at me again and said the cameras were down. So I think we all know what that means.
It helps when you're the highest grossing salesman in the store.
It does.
Yeah.
It
helps.
does.
Yeah.
So the first day I met Ryan, he did
Mm.
something just as dumb.
I made a lot of really appropriate HR-friendly comments in the back room about coworkers. In front of said
Oh.
coworkers.
In front of
And-
me.
And in front of this guy here. And, yeah. They were. I should have been fired on the spot.
Yeah. I mean, I may or may not, James, have seen a picture of a baby's hand reaching out of a vagina for a slice of pizza.
My mom loved that one, actually.
I'm glad your mom loved it. I also loved it, but I did not expect you to show me that at work.
Oh, what?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Phil.
Yep. And so I should have fired him, but we swept it on the rug.
I carried.
This part's not making it in the podcast, so I can say that we swept it on the rug.
Do you remember that young lady who made manager at the store I was working at, like towards the end? Do you remember?
The one who had a pirate boyfriend?
I think he was a pirate.
Yeah, he
She had a
was.
kid.
Yar.
What?
So-
What I remember about him, he had a glass eye. I'm not making
I
fun
did
of
not
people
know that.
with glass eyes.
I've just never
Okay.
met anybody
But he
with
liked to
glass
fucking
eye.
take it out all the time. And
Ah.
I'm sorry, but it grossed me out.
Oh.
I showed her my penis once on accident.
What?
What?
I slipped, fell, and my
No,
penis
like
fell out.
so I was like showing her pictures of something on my phone, and she swiped. She did it. She swiped,
Yep.
Yep.
and there's my crank, dude. She goes, "Oh," and then she swipes back, and then smiles at me, and then walks away. I was like,
said, "Oh."
I just showed my penis to my manager. Fuck. I thought for sure I'm getting fired.
Oh no, I'm
Yeah,
sure your first thought was, how do I do it again?
She swiped.
She swiped right.
Yeah.
I should have been fired from that job
Yep.
so many times, dude. And then I found out. Do you remember the dude who was working in the repair window?
Yes.
I found out my sister fucked him years before that.
Mm-hmm. I've heard he has a small penis.
She told me that he's like she's like, watch him and notice that he never moves his neck. And like his eyes dart left and right when he's looking at stuff. And so I would go over to his little repair window and I would go talk to him and watch him work, dude. He never moved his neck. I've
What?
never seen this guy turn his head.
What?
Never. Yeah, his eyes dart everywhere like a lizard. They just dart around.
There is a video that still lives in my Dropbox of a night that James and I and a couple other people went to a shitty karaoke bar. And there are some videos from that night that still live in my Dropbox.
You have it?
James.
Can you send it to me?
Yeah, definitely. I'll send it to you.
What is it with you guys in the karaoke?
So our
Hey, I
buddy,
like to
his
sing.
dad did.
It doesn't sound like anything good happens from these, though.
You know, his dad did karaoke at this bar, so he's like, "Hey, my dad's
Oh,
doing it here."
The
like,
guy who I thought I was changing his workstation's wallpaper.
yeah, that guy. So
His
so that's
dad
why.
hosts karaoke at bars
Oh,
around
yeah.
town.
And
Oh,
so we
okay.
went. I remember very little about that night besides, like we kept drinking after last call
Mm.
because his dad knew
Dude.
people there, and we had
Yep.
no bit. And the bars in Indiana closed down at 2:30 a.m. No, like you don't have no business drinking till 2:30 a.m. We had no business continuing to drink.
It was
Uh,
bad.
I'm not going to tell the rest of that story because my parents don't know.
Oh, tell it. Tell.
It won't make it in, but James, you probably
Aw.
remember that I like violently threw up all over my parents' brand new blinds that they had purchased. And
Oh, yo,
like-
I specifically remember that. No,
Yeah.
I remember that. That
And
was
these-
awesome.
like I don't, it's not this shitty Target curtain stuff that's behind us. Like-
Based on what you were telling me, I could see it being several.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, several $100s a window.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
At least.
I was mortified,
I would be
and
too.
we had a work meeting at 7 a.m.
Oh,
that-
I
that
know
day
all about
Those were
those.
the worst.
And
We
yeah,
had so many meetings.
I remember I was still drunk hosting that meeting, leading the meeting. And then after it was over, I remember going into my store manager's office, turning the lights off and laying on the ground and going to sleep.
Oh my.
It was bad. It was
Dude.
bad.
Thank God for coffee.
I remember that
Yeah.
for sure.
But you are definitely someone near and dear to my heart, unlike Big Shaq. Fuck that guy.
Gotta let the record
Big
reflect.
I want to make sure Big Shaq knows. Fuck him.
Not a very good lyricist.
No. Well, so how about that freestyle? Doesn't have to be about me, but
Any kind of freestyle? Anything come to mind? Some anal prolific.
like
I mean,
you
yeah,
listened
dude.
to our first episode. You heard Mark, right?
yeah, I heard Mark.
Give me a song for Mark.
Oh.
Okay.
Like that should be, I mean, and that's right up your alley. That topic is anal core.
All right, I got you.
Anal core, that's what it was. Sorry.
And yeah, play the beat.
I'll throw a line out. Oh, is there a beat?
No,
Do you have one?
if you have one you want us to play, we can just shoot it over in
No,
Discord.
just fucking put a beat down, man. You guys are the DJs right now.
I don't know that you'll be able to hear it is the issue. If we play it. You get,
I don't know. I don't know what your setup is.
not that.
Yo, okay. Yeah.
Come on.
All right, I got it. Yo, Mark, let's meet in the park. Stroke that PP on the bench when it's after dark. What do you think about that? Is that pretty good?
That's a strong start.
That's a strong start.
Strong
I think
start.
that you and Mark are going to go down the slide.
Oh.
Like that's
Yo,
what I'm
Mark.
feeling next.
We're gonna go down the slide. Stick that dick in my butt. I ain't trying to hide. I got pride. I'm walking in the parade. Gay or
6.5
straight.
inches.
Yo, we're getting laid. We got it made. Hey, fuck what they said. I want to suck that dick. I ain't trying to hate.
There we go.
Yo,
That was
what do you think of
actually-
that?
That was actually
I'm liking.
you kept what you did was said with the word said there to that was
to
impressive.
Sade.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know,
yeah.
I
You got it. You
switched
got
it
it.
up.
You
I
got
switched
it.
it up.
But it
I
caught you like but you did it on the fly so seamlessly. Like
I think as we get in the chorus now, we maybe something about identifying as a whore.
Yo, you said that you identify as a whore. Of course. I think you should identify as a horse because that cock is so big. When I suck it, my throat gets hoarse. What do you think of that? Is that
Oh.
pretty good?
Even if it wasn't, it was.
Hey sailor, let's meet on a boat. Let me suck that big dick. Let me go deep throat. What do you think of that, dude?
James.
Yo, I ain't trying to brag, but I don't gag. What do you think about that?
You are gonna make Mark die laughing.
Yeah, this is great.
I'm pretty sure you've made Mark's life.
Dude.
You know, and so anything else you wanna talk about here tonight, James?
Wait, you stubbed your toe. Said we're getting deleted off Twitch. What's the?
Yeah,
Listen,
that's
no,
fine.
fuck that shit, dude. If they got girls that could sell like gamer girl water on here and
Oh,
show their magumbos and their whatever the fucks they got, their little jiggly bits.
Yep.
Those
We can't
jiggly,
freestyle.
but those jiggly bits make Twitch a lot more money than this stream.
That is true,
Oh, yeah,
but
this stream, actually, we're probably taking resources away from the platform right now, dude.
We
Like,
are. We are.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm wasting the electricity in my neighborhood right now.
Yeah.
yeah, like they're actually, this is a net negative. Like we're taking up space on their hard drives and their internet connection, and
I can't
That-
believe they pay me for this shit.
Yeah, they pay you for this shit.
Blows. Well, I mean, allegedly, I haven't gotten anything yet, but eventually.
and they're not gonna pay anybody any money
Yeah,
here. Come
no.
on.
No.
We're not getting
You know.
any money.
Hey, we will one day when Big Shaq recognizes and he sees the big dick energy coming out
Oh,
of Lil
dude, if he
Nuggy.
wants to come on the show, dude, we can have like a
Oh.
freestyle showdown.
If one day,
Tweet-
James.
tweet him, dude. Tweet him,
Oh,
dude.
I
Tell
am.
him, Young Nuggy said you fucking uncle. Young Nuggy said you got raped.
Yep.
Dude,
Big Shaq?
Young Nuggy
Hit me
says
up.
you don't pay no taxes because you don't make any money and you're broke.
The worst is he makes way more money than all of us combined.
You tell him, dude. Yeah,
I'll
he's
tell him.
rich.
I'll tell
He'll
him.
shoot me for sure, dude.
When can we expect a new track from Boys Ahoy, aka Young Nuggy, aka James DeVega?
Well, see what we right now we got cooking is I sometimes I make music for people that are doing Dungeons and Dragons campaigns. I like to play D&D.
Okay.
Okay.
And so like people come to me and pay me money to make Dungeons and Dragons music. And so that's where like I had that song about a vampire that had poop in his nutsack. And like
So you're telling me someone requested that song?
they didn't request the poop or
Okay.
testicles.
But you got paid to make that song.
Yes.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Like it's enough to buy a couple of beers. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
But you had fun.
I'm not gonna get rich. Yeah, it was just for fun.
Yep.
You taking
And-
up any? You got any openings for projects?
Yeah. So like right now, are you saying like you want to hire me? Yeah, dude. I
Or
need
who knows?
money.
Anybody listening? They might need somebody who come up with some.
Some gay D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Anal
so
porn.
yeah, so like this song I'm working on right now is about a crazy bard who his son's soul is stuck in his lute, and he has to like play music at crowds of people to like suck souls in that'll feed his son, and that's pretty cool. And he's going crazy. Oh, see you later. You stub your toe. Love you.
So, and yeah, I mean, so if someone wants to contract you, how do they get a hold of you here? What's the best way?
Oh. You just call 281-241-7171
Cool.
and you can get a hold of me that way. It's my phone number.
Do it. It's like a bathroom stall if you call that number.
It's my phone number now.
It's like a
I'm gonna
bathroom
start
stall.
putting this number on everything.
It'll lead
Please
you to a
do.
hole in a
Please
stall.
do. Because I just
I
want to know,
hope.
like, I would not be opposed to that here, James. I would just be curious what we hear. You know, because I do have it on Do Not Disturb most of the time. but we still
So
get
like a Google
voicemails.
Voice number.
Yeah,
Nice. I use that.
throw it out there.
I
But
have Google Voice.
but in all seriousness, like if someone wanted to get a hold of you, or do you want them not to?
I don't know how the fuck they would. You know what?
Do you have like
Go
an
f-
email set up or?
Yeah, dude. It's youngnuggy@gmail.com. That's how you find me.
There you
If
go.
anybody, ever,
Ever wants to?
it's not gonna happen. But
It's
yeah,
not gonna
yeah.
happen.
How much I gotta
It's not
pay
gonna
for a
happen.
part 2 to Straight Dudes Gay Sex?
Oh, dude. All you need to do is send me some dick pics, and we'll get this thing going.
Dude,
I'll be right
deal.
back, guys.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
will do it right now with Ryan sitting next to me.
Oh, we'll hold
If
hands
And I'm
too.
actually pretty
We'll
sure
hold
that-
hands and lock
No.
eyes. We're taking pictures of each other's dicks.
Listen,
I'm
let's
pretty
all
sure
play
James
it.
has
How
seen
about
my
this?
dick, so that I'm not like.
Let's all play
we're
a
good.
game.
Uh,
Anybody watching, go ahead and comment in the chat. Who's more likely to have their foreskin still? Go ahead.
That's
Go ahead and
okay.
comment. I'm my money is on Phil here. He
Let's play a
looks like
game.
a foreskin on kind of guy. so how about you guys go ahead and comment? Yeah, look at that. Look at that. We got another vote for Phil over here. Philip has his foreskin. He just looks like a leave it on kind of guy. And
I would like
all
to know
you
what
need
a
to
leave
do-
it on kind of guy looks like.
all you gotta do. He's got a mullet. I'll say that. The leave it on guy
That's
has
true.
a mullet.
True.
But I'll say this. What we might need to do is we might need to go ahead and have you guys just put the heads of your penises together.
Oh, docking?
Then
Docking?
Phil, you just roll your foreskin slowly over and just envelop
Yeah.
his phallus.
They call that docking, by the way.
They do.
Actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
They do.
No, I'm well aware.
So-
no.
Straight guys, gay dudes, part 2,
Part 5, dude.
part 5.
I'm just gonna release like straight dudes part 1 and then straight dudes part 5 and then get people wondering.
That means we'd
You
have
know, like-
4 more Mark appearances, which I'm pretty sure
See,
Mark
No,
and
he's gonna skip 2 through 4.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying. He's
That's
gonna
the-
skip 2 through 4 and go straight to 5.
Skip it. You gotta keep them wondering. You gotta keep them guessing. Like
Like,
when
actually
did
like
I miss
that.
part
Coming or
3?
going?
I actually like that. I'm not gonna lie. That is kind of
Yeah.
yeah.
No, you
Yeah.
gotta generate hype, dude. You know, like you gotta make them wonder. Like, dude, these are the missing tapes, dude.
And after like sitting at 5 for like a couple of years, you pull George Lucas and Star Wars and work your way back.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Yeah. But after like a long
actually-
period of wondering why,
Because
So-
I'm sure there's a lot of people wondering, dude.
James,
we're gonna
what-
make a lot of people wondering. Let's go.
James, what I'd
Need
love to do, I'll send you over our intro music if you just want to rap over it for us.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, why?
Why? Yeah.
Why
not?
are you using this boring ass music? It should be some music about, like
Because I can't
plugging
afford.
out a dinosaur.
Can't afford a James, man. His talent is out of my price point.
Nah, dude. Hey, man. Lucky for you. Like, I'm real cheap. Like, free.
He's like, I figured I could afford you if you said you got paid enough to buy a few beers.
I don't want to be that
You're,
guy.
you're in my
though.
budget.
I don't want to be that guy.
You're in my budget,
Listen,
James.
man, I need a cheese sandwich. I'm hungry.
Yeah. So let's close this out.
Quick Venmo.
We're gonna. I think we're gonna see you out here, James, with fake dick.
Okay,
Fake dick.
that's good.
Fake dick. So
Yeah.
let's go ahead
Oh,
and,
yeah.
pull Boys Ahoy up on Spotify. And why we get this pulled up, just plug, follow, like Boys Ahoy. Is that where you want everyone to go now?
Yeah, sure. You go to Boys Ahoy on Spotify and make sure you follow me on Spotify so you get notified of new releases of horrible music that comes out about things that'll make you blush. And
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
Straight
go
Dudes is
from
on
there.
here. Let's go.
And let's go with some fake dicks. It's sex appeal.
fake dicks,
All right,
and
By
sex
Boys
appeal.
Ahoy.
Well, it's been
Love
a
you.
pleasure, James.
Yeah, James, love you.
I'm
Thank
glad we
you.
got to meet. Yeah, you've been awesome. I Won't kick you out of Discord next time.
Hey, real quick, Phil was like, listen, I'm gonna invite you to this Discord. I need you to come in and say some banana shit and post the most not safe for work, fucked up shit you got. And I was like, I'm coming in voice and I'm getting crunk.
And that's what we
I got kicked
wanted.
out.
But then shit
I was-
changed really quick between him messaging you that and then when you joined.
And then like I jumped in and I was in there for like fucking 8 seconds. And I was
Yeah.
like, Phil, your friends are the least fun people I've ever met.
It was just the absolute worst timing possible because we got into a heated subject and it was just like the worst timing.
But I did
What was the
describe you
subject?
as my nuke button. I was like, oh, yeah, I can't play in this realm, but I can nuke the shit out of y'all.
Some work shit that we had we're in the middle of.
Oh, work.
Work.
Yeah.
So
That's done now. Anyway,
boys ahoy.
See you guys.
boys,
See
ahoy,
ya.
Love
young
you.
nuggy.
Fake dick, young nuggy, love you, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Keep it real.
Keep it real.
I pull it out and it clears the room. My dick is as big as the moon. I unzip and all the ladies swoon. And you know I'm here to tell you that the fellas love it too. I pull it out and I slam it on the table, flavored like maple. It's my magic trick. This thing's as thick as a brick. It's so long, there's no way it can be real. It's a fake dick. It's sex appeal. It's a prophylactic phallus. It's a fake dick, it's sex appeal, it's a prophylactic phallus. Put it to your lips, then you drink it like a chalice. Walking down the street, is that a peg leg? No, it's not. Draped upon my shoulders, that a boa? No, it's not. Walking my pet tiger, that a leash? Girl, you know it's not. See me rock climbing, is that a rope? Nope, no, it's not. It's my prophylactic phallus. Oh, dear. Wrap it around and I shove it in myself. It's so good that I'll never get enough. I stand on it when I need to reach the shelf. There's no alternative, there is just nothing else. I spin it so fast and fly around the world and shower gifts down on all the naughty girls. I'm Saint Nick with the big dick. Girl, you know what's happening, staring at you half erect with a Santa hat. Hey, I don't think I can carry this thing all over the place. I'm gonna need somewhere to park this bad boy. There's this man named Pabst Blue Ribbon. They call him that because he could put so many cans of Pabst Blue Ribbon beer inside of his colon. Just big enough for this big old prophylactic phallus. I pull it out and it clears the room.
All right.
Welcome back, everybody. What's going on?
So,
All right. That was
how you feel? Mentally, how are you feeling?
honestly, it actually went a lot differently than I expected.
It did.
Like, I thought, you talk James out to be like, just, whoa, there's a lot going on. Like, I mean, and there obviously was. Like, you can tell the guys lived a life way different than especially I myself. I'm like I got no experience in anything. But at the same time, like, real relatable, real respectable, real humble. I want to say, like, no, he was though. Like, as much as he rolled with the punches, but he was still like, he had like this air about him that I kind of really respected.
Yeah. I mean, I laugh because you're right. I would say James, super respectful dude. Probably just the realest guy I know.
Yeah, like he's turning
craziest
questions on
motherfucker.
us. Like, hey,
Yeah.
no, stop. That's not what this is about. We're supposed to interview you, but he's just like, like.
I think there's something to be said too of just the way James lives his life is like he just does it to be happy. Doesn't matter, to his point, doesn't matter if he's living in a cardboard box on the street or making tons of money in a mansion. Like everything he does is just to be happy because life's that short.
And who else makes analcore music that you know? I don't know.
Analcore. That was my favorite part. I'm like, I've never heard of analcore.
No, never. And
If it's not a genre, we're making it a genre.
I mean, I think he's already doing his due diligence, but
And then, I mean, we got that banger of a track here.
that music was
Yeah, straight sex gay dudes.
I love all of it, man. Like honestly, like they're all like all the songs he has between the Young Nuggie and the Boys Ahoy, they're uniquely different.
Just a little bit.
Like the genres, like they're surprisingly like the beat and everything about them, like uniquely different. Or the James de Vega, you know, like like that thing, like all of his different aliases, yet they all sound really good in their own ways. It's impressive. Like how can you have so many unique genres and yet they all are really good?
And again, they're all just real to who James is.
Yeah.
And that's like I'd say that's the beauty of his music. Every song is kind of a little piece of him. You know, he does have that soft side to him, like James de Vega. I have seen him get all worked up, like he fuck you, Big Shaq.
Yeah.
And then half the time we just talk about pee pee and poo poo.
I'm curious to see, you know, if like a month from now or a couple months, you know, sometime down the line, if we can do another reconnect with James, you know, like here's where we're then, here's where we are now, and like, I'm curious to know if he has another alias by then, or not alias, but a different a rock or group, and you know, another.
Boys Ahoy is new to me. I don't want to say it's new, but that is new to me, and I'm sure it's newer, and so I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if we got something else in the pipeline, you know.
I'm always going to be a little Nuggie fan.
Yeah.
Always going to be a little Nuggie fan.
Never was because I didn't know it. Now that I know it, I'm certainly fucking intrigued.
Yeah. I think before we transition over here to socials, not only do I want to get one last just FU Big Shaq in there, because I want to make sure Big Shaq knows we're coming for you.
Oh, I don't even know who the fuck this guy is, and we're just like challenging some.
I'm gonna challenge Little Dicky on behalf of Young Nuggie too. Like your lyrics are weak, Little Dicky.
What? I don't know. I got numbers. I got pictures with Little Dicky, man. I ain't talking shit about Little Dicky. I like Little Dicky.
I'm just saying, Young Nuggie, he's coming for that Little Dicky. Calling it right now.
I like Little Dicky.
Right
I'm
now.
staying quiet.
The new Little Dicky. So FU Big Shaq and FU Little Dicky.
Fuck you, Big Shaq. Love you, Little Dicky.
All right, so Ryan, we're on what? Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, right?
I don't know. I made half the shits, but I don't remember what they were. Somebody deleted the thread in which I saved them all in. But no,
that guy's a prick.
No, there's Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. You know, we're still uploading content. Bear with us here. It's amateur hour. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Philip is off to a better start than I, but we're still amateurs over here. I
just make it up as I go.
Yeah.
But all of them are urine official, except for Instagram, which is urine or your underscore in official. And then we what we'd ask everyone listening to do, continue to download. You all made our day yesterday. That was probably one of the coolest days of my life. Honestly.
I couldn't believe how much progress we got off of like you said, drunken brainchild, whatever the fuck you call it. Like just a spur of the moment
idea.
Let's see how far we can. Let's throw shit at the wall and see if it sticks, type of deal. You know.
So we appreciate the love. Continue the download. Continue to listen. Leave a rating. We don't care if you hate this episode or you hate an episode. Leave that rating. We want to know.
But tell us why.
And hopefully, tell us why. Give us the feedback, comment, and then hopefully you love what we're doing, and we want to hear that too. So, but we don't want to hear just the good.
And if the platform only allows you to leave a star rating, we got our website. There's submission forms on there, which you can leave your comments. Our Google should be on there. Just urineofficial@gmail.com. Leave your comments there. The Discord link is constantly plugging. Join the Discord server and leave your comment, and then leave if you feel the need to, or let us talk to you. I mean, we're new. We don't know what the hell we're doing, so we're just kind of rolling with the flow and
having fun.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you do like what you hear, I would ask you guys consider going to our Patreon. It's patreon.com/urineofficial. We've got
Your underscore in official.
Nope.
Look at the link.
The link is wrong.
Wow. Oh, okay. Just go to the website. Everything's on the goddamn website.
So I'm going to re-record that again. If you guys do love what you hear, consider going to our Patreon at patreon.com/urineofficial. We've got a few different tiers, right, Ryan? $5, $10, $20, $30. And,
Yeah.
There's merch. But honestly, whatever you guys want to do, we just love to listen.
Speaking of, we're working on getting additional merch. Maybe. I'm not sure. There's a lot in progress. So if you think you'd be interested in urine merch, gotta love saying that. Let us know. I don't know. What do you want? Rain ponchos, catheters, what?
I mean, Ryan, I know you promised your dad like a custom-made urine shirt. So.
Apparently, I don't know what the fuck that's all about. I was like, hey, drunken one night. I was like, hey, we're talking about maybe doing T-shirts.
Ryan's dad, we got you. It's in the mail.
Now he wants it. Oh, it's not in the mail. All right, let's.
It better be in the mail.
I don't even have one to mail.
You have 5 days to mail this.
Anyway,
so
I don't even know if he likes the podcast, but he wants a T-shirt, so we got that going.
We
for
got
us.
you. So yeah, our Patreon. But again, don't forget, download, rate us, leave a comment, whatever y'all want. I think that's the end of week 2.
It was quite a week.
Week 2 is over. You think week 2 was quite a week? I mean,
Oh, where are you going with this?
we had Mark,
Yeah.
straight sex with gay dudes.
Technically, that was all within a week. Fuck.
Week 2, we've got James DeVega calling out Big Shaq.
Yeah. The
And
fuck is week 3?
week 3, we've got my boy Tim, who will be joining us live here in this tiny ass room
Oh,
to-
live in this room?
to talk about becoming an asexual person and learning that he's asexual because of the TV show BoJack Horseman.
Okay.
So-
I don't know what to say. I'm
Yeah.
still stuck on when you said apex. All I thought was apex predator or asexual.
Or asexual
You
predator.
said asexual, and all I thought was predator, and I was
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck is wrong with me?"
So, definitely a journey he's been on. Very unique take. I'm excited to hear a little bit more about that because just like straight sex with gay dudes, I don't know very much about asexualism.
So now we need an asexual with no dudes.
with no dudes. So James, if you're still listening,
James.
we need asexual sex with no one before next Sunday.
No lady boys, no boys, no girls, no nothing.
Nothing. Asexual sex with no one. Not even masturbation.
Wait,
Eh,
what?
And on that note, folks, we're going to shut it down.
Yeah, that's probably why we end it here.
Stay
I'm
weird.
gonna